Hello, welcome to Power Play. I'm Rick Budd, your game master, and yeah, I am super lucky to be at the table with some amazing folks tonight. As usual, we have where do I start here? Let's say we'll start with the incredible Sam DeLev. Hello, Sam. We love you. And we have Omar Najam. Giving him the amazing Omar Najam if we're going for comic book superlatives. And we have the unbeatable Caitlin Bruder from the Squirrel Girl family there. And tonight we have our very special guest, our awesome old friend, the invincible Gina DeVivo.
Hello.
Hey, Gina.
Hi. I'm excited.
So is this your first time on one of these streaming RPG shows, or
Yeah. It took me a really long time to get everything set up. I definitely had no idea how to do any of this, but I appreciate the help, Omar.
So yeah, of course. All right. So yeah. And I want to throw out special thanks to Jake Kyle and everyone at QueueTimes for making this possible. Jake does so much you don't know. Yeah, so your subs and your bits support QueueTimes. So please sub and do the thing with the bits. And your donations to the tip jar help support this show and these people that you see here. To that end, we have some rewards, and they work tonight as they, have worked in the past couple of weeks. If we get to $50, we get a point of community determination. They got 2 in the bank right now. The audience, you can only buy them 10 over the course of the whole season. So even if they bank them all, it's like, this is a very finite resource. But yeah, they have 2 right now banked. There are already some people who are out of determination, so I expect to start burning through those soon. If we get to $150, the mysterious benefactor. In universe, our audience has a mysterious benefactor who has sent some gifts. Previously, our team received a suit of leather body armor that was worth +1 resistance, and the team received 3 smoke bombs, which are -2 to site-based tasks. And today, the mysterious benefactor, who we know is the audience, can actually provide a gas-powered grappling hook. It is 70 feet, which is roughly 5 stories. And, you've seen this stuff in Batman. He shoots it up, it shoots up to the roof, and it'll be a test of your coordination to see if you can make the connection. But if you make the connection, it just works up to 5 stories, otherwise automatically. If we get to $250, we have the after credits lore drop. Last week's after credit lore drop, we met some a mysterious vampire character, and it was pretty cool. The after credits lore drop is quickly becoming one of my favorite parts of the game.
Credit scenes are so
cool. And now we're gonna starting last week, I've moved the after credits lore drop to actually after the credits, where we like say goodnight and everything. It's really how we close it down now, so don't cut out early and miss that. So that is the tiers. You can always see these tiers in chat by putting in the command unlocks. You can help us out like this. There are other ways you can help us out, like our stuff and comment on our stuff on YouTube, share our videos, our tweets in general. We appreciate all that. And we've seen some of the first fan art roll in this week, and I gotta tell you, it's like, oh my god, it's like electricity to us. We just like all pass it around. It's like it's super cool. Thank you to the people who have shared that with us. And the game we play here is called Icons, and it is created by a guy named Steve Kenson, who you can find on Twitter at @skenson. It's published by Ad Infinitum, and the hard copy that I use is published by Green Ronin. You can get a PDF. We've hacked the rules a lot, but the regular version is great. If you want to see details on our hack, go back to video 1. I explain basically some of the stuff that we do. We'll wait for you. Okay, welcome back. And otherwise, please bear with us. Sometimes we're figuring out the mechanics of our hack a little bit. We sometimes don't know exactly what to do on the spot, so we're putting this together as we go. So Thank you for your patience. And in while I have you in the real world, you all have a superpower, and that superpower is to vote. Well, all of you over, voting age. And more than ever, we need everybody out there. So please, for the love of God, for all that is good and holy in this universe, get out there and fight evil with your vote. And otherwise, follow the show at Power Play RPG on Twitter and Instagram. And now we've got a room in the QueueTimes Discord. So go check out the QueueTimes Discord. It's pretty cool. I think we're going to put up some of that fan art in there and stuff. And that's it, I think. Those are all the announcements. So with that, Jake, can we do the opening titles? Welcome back. Wow, I love that song so much. That is from our friend Annalise Nelson, who just rocked it on that theme song. I just, I still haven't quite gotten over how cool it is. So yeah, um, the way characters advance in icons is with incremental um, advancements called changes. There are minor changes, moderate changes, and major changes. And most of them are in the PDF or in the book. We, of course, for our hack, had to change them a tiny bit. And for minor changes for our characters, what is available to them is to add a new specialty, to add a stunt to their arsenal. A stunt is a use of their power that is a little outside the norm, like Superman using his super strength to create a diamond by crushing coal, that kind of thing. Um, or they can increase their power level by 1 to a maximum of 4 for a minor change. Now, everybody right now is at power level 3, so that is basically once they've burned that, that's the only use of that one at the minor change level. And if I understand correctly, I think all 3 of our players here tonight um, uh, uh, are just taking that power bump.
Well, we can't get our power level over 9,000 unless we start somewhere.
Fair enough. So sometimes these sometimes these minor changes and these changes will become part of the narrative. Sometimes they're just going to be phased in as part of our character stats, and I'm going to try and get you those stats for next game or soon. See some of their abilities so you can track those changes. Unfortunately, as you may have noticed, of course. By now, our friend B Zelda cannot be here tonight. Don't worry, B's okay. It's just the scheduling thing. And their character, Lula's Galley, will get their minor change, just phased in right at the beginning of the next episode. So that is it. So you all start tonight jumping up to power level 4, which I think for Omar, you can now go through what is power level 4 on the bench press? Aluminum. Anyway, let's get to the game. So, previously on Power Play. A man known as John Doe absorbed Caden's power of harmonic resonance and started an earthquake that shook all of Baronsdale. Benny, Caden, Vion, and Ulez attempted to track John Doe down, but at the same time, they found themselves being hunted by a strange woman with a strange power. Along the way, the 4 of them started learning some secrets about each other, and in the end, they confronted the strange woman and they caught her. The woman, whose name was Bella Murata, explained that she had been sent by a powerful gangster named Mickey Bomberg, who was looking for the same John Doe that our team was looking for. She also strangely said that she knew who John Doe is and where he is, and that she would tell the team if they would help her with a favor. And that is where we left off. The 4 of you were in the street, the 3 of you and Ulez, and a little bit of fighting having happened, a smoke bomb gone off, there's some prying eyes, and normally I will try not to narrate stuff like this, but because of its absence tonight, I'm going to say when things calm down a tiny bit, you all decide to head back up to Vion's apartment to talk with Bella Murata in private. Ulez, who was still a little confused by some of the memories that Bella's power had activated in them, decided that they wanted to chill and sit this one out for a moment. So Sandy Carpa, your landlord, volunteered to keep an eye on Ulez while the rest of you deal with Bella. And we will find out a little bit about what happens to Sandy and Ulez next week. But for now, just assume they went off together. The rest of the three of you go back up to the apartment with a pretty freaked out Bella. Bella one by one read all of your minds, and for you that experience, results in focusing on some negative memories. For Bella, she sees your history, and when she read Vion's mind, she discovered that Vion is in fact a ghost and died a pretty gruesome death in a car accident. Having not been prepared to read the mind of a dead person, Bella freaked out a little bit, and you were able to put the kibosh on her. Up in the apartment, she is chilling out a little bit, and she's sort of just eyeing you, Vion, as she kind of sips at a glass of water that you gave her, and she I guess I guess I need to get used to the idea dead people and aliens and well, I guess you're normal by comparison. She kind of looks at you, Benny.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, all right, let me explain. Last night, my boss, Mickey Bomberg, he sent me looking for the guy that you call John Doe. It took me about an hour to find him because I'm very good at what I do. Luckily for John, he had a bunch of cash stashed away, and I needed it. So I told Mickey I couldn't track him down, and that was when he gave me your names. He said you knew something, and I should try and find out what. And now that I know you don't know that much, but it doesn't matter. If you help me, I might never have to tell Mickey anything ever again, not even what I know about you. She takes another sip off of her water.
All right, so I guess we can just get right down to brass tacks. What exactly is it that you need from us?
Let me explain. Before I worked for Mickey, I was a grifter. I work as a fake psychic sometimes. Read people's memories, and I'm so accurate they believe what I have to say about the future too. Even though I don't exactly see the future. But I had a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. Her name is Daelynn. Daelynn Prawley. And about 6 months ago, I used her as a part of a con I was running. Long story short, I had her pose as a millionaire one night at this bar called Jock Wilds. It's that rich person's place up in Riften. She was helping me reel in a mark. The problem was her act was so good, it caught the attention of another con artist. This slimy used car salesman type named Hugo Hill. Anyway, one night Daelynn calls me in a panic and she says Hugo has something on her and she can't come home unless I get her $1 million in cash. And I asked her what was going on or what he had on her, and she would not tell me anything. And she said I can't see her, I can't talk to her. I begged her to explain, but I didn't get anything. But it doesn't matter. I swore I would get the money, and that was when I went to work for Mickey. He's the only one who could pay me enough to make saving that much cash feasible. I'm about a third of the way there now. John Doe's cash didn't hurt either. Hugo knows about me. He will see me coming, but he will never see you coming. Not with what you can do. He's not prepared for anything like that. No, who could be? Eh, if you figure out what Hugo has on Daelynn, I will tell you who John Doe is and where you can find him. What do you say?
Well, give us a second to confer if that's all right.
Yeah, sure. And she gets up and she takes her water and she walks to the other side of the room and sort of starts fiddling with the plants on the windowsill.
The ones that are left.
Yeah, she's kind of looking them over, wondering why they're all burned out and destroyed.
All right, so what are we thinking?
We destroy the sale? Wasn't there something about a death of a...
Mhm.
Sorry, are you referring to the play?
I don't know.
Death of a salesman?
Prophetic, apparently. Maybe. I don't want to kill anyone.
No, I think yeah.
Then how are we
My-
supposed to proceed?
My personal vote is that we do this. If we succeed, we also take down someone who's manipulating other people. Seems
That's
to
true.
be
Exactly.
good use of our time and our powers.
Yes. We should destroy him.
Okay, well,
Well,
all right. Let's hit the brakes just a little bit. That's, we can turn him over to the authorities if we uncover something. Maybe that's an element of this. We're going to look into sort of like his operations. I mean, if he's manipulating one person, as Daelynn, who's to say he's not manipulating other people?
Is it possible that the Daelynn did something that was also very bad? And that the blackmail is righteous?
oh, I don't know if
Yeah.
any blackmail is righteous, but it is possible that she did something bad too. We definitely don't have very many facts.
So we investigate, ascertain who is doing wrong in the situation, and deal with them.
Yeah, all right. Let's definitely put a pin in that last little bit because I have a feeling there's going to be sort of a conversation we're going to have about what exactly that means.
We find the wrongdoer and we converse with them.
Yeah, I can agree to that. How about you, Benny?
Yeah, that sounds great.
We will converse with your evildoers.
All right. And thank you. But mostly all right.
Okay, well.
Do you
I
have
can
like any other info, like last location,
Yeah.
phone number, appearance? Who are we looking for?
She grabs a pad. You should probably start at Daelynn's apartment. I can give you the address. I've searched it a bunch of times myself,
Sure.
but I couldn't find anything there. Maybe a fresh set of eyes. I don't know. She hands you the paper, and it's an address in Ruby Village, which is in South Avalon. It's kind of bohemian area. Say something like New York's Greenwich Village. You would know that, Dion. You would probably know that, Benny. You would probably even know that, Caden. You've been in town long enough to have heard of it. She also says, and of course, Jock Wild is up in Riften, in Badenbrook, and she's like, I could write that down for you, but you could just find that address online. Probably start one of those places. I don't know. I can't go with you though, because if this goes south, I need plausible deniability with Hugo and with Mickey. So, good luck.
All right. Well, thanks for that vote of confidence. Are you actually going to meet us afterwards? How can we contact you? Or are
Tell
you?
you what. And she sits down and she grabs
Oh,
her glass
no.
of water and she turns on the TV. I'll just wait right here.
All right. Just don't touch my records or anything. Thank you.
I'll try not to.
All right. Again, not a huge vote of confidence. Okay, gang. What are we thinking?
I'm wondering how you can be animate and also deceased.
I mean,
That's also a good question.
I mean, we can discuss that on our, walk over, but
Walk and talk. Yeah, I'm good with
walk
that.
and talk, do a little
Mhm.
walk and talk. Yeah,
Mhm.
that sounds good. I vote apartment, just do like a little cursory investigation before jumping into the deep end.
I'm into that. I think that makes sense.
What do you think, Doc?
Understood. Then we'll jump.
Yeah. That's correct.
Good. Then let us be away. We have work to do.
All right. So you're going to the apartment.
Yes.
We say goodbye to Ulez and tell them where we're going.
Yes.
And that they can contact us if they need to. Do they have a
And we'll
phone?
report on the status of any botanical life we encounter
Yes.
if the opportunity arises. I would be happy to use the small scanner to take a quick visual identifier if we encounter them.
On the walk over, Benny downloads, I don't know if probably not the real name in this world, but one of those plant identifier apps where you can take a picture of a plant and it tells you like the fancy name and stuff. And we'll do her best to remember to take a couple pictures for us.
Yes.
They'll probably be very common, not fancy, exciting plants at all, but I'm sure Ulez will be thrilled.
Fancy.
Yeah, I'm making notes of all of this.
Good.
So you head off, and as you head off to the subway, I assume you travel by.
Got my
it's-
Metro card back.
Yeah, you've got your Metro card back from Bella now.
Oh yeah, that's good.
As you head to the subway, it starts to get dark out.
That was
And-
cool. I like it.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Are we all supposed to change our backgrounds?
No, I'm just doing it for now. We might face something else soon. I don't know. But
That's
yeah,
me.
so
You should have shared that.
we're just doing a test run this week. So you head off into the city, and you head on foot to the subway, and into the subway, you ride in the subway, and all along in the subway, you see people reading newspapers. The newspapers are coverage of the earthquake. And you see on the cover of many of the newspapers a picture of the mayor of Port Ruby, whose name is Jan Lindell. And if I had to cast him, I would say, think a William H. Macy type. And he is promising big action in the face of disaster. He is promising quick rebuilding. He is promising attention to the quarters of the city that need it most now. And it's vaguely reassuring kind of headlines you would like to see from a mayor in this point. And it takes you about 20 minutes. Actually, Jake, why don't we throw up map 3? And this shows basically the distance from Baronsdale Heights, which is just up there on the tip of Baronsdale, right by where a lot of the action has taken place so far, to Ruby Village over there in South Avalon. And you walk through Ruby Village, and Ruby Village was touched by the earthquake, so there is some earthquake damage here. And otherwise, it is kind of business as usual. People going up and down the sidewalks. There's vendors on the sidewalks. There's street musicians. There's all sorts of hustle and bustle. Anything you'd expect to find in a highly populated urban area like this. And you make your way to the address given to you by Bella Murata. And you arrive at the building, and let's say the building is a 3-story apartment building or so, and the apartment is listed as being on the 3rd floor. The bottom level is locked and has a door buzzer.
Okay, well, this is the place.
Do we just like try to buzz in? We don't have keys.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of. We don't have like a really good cover story.
Can you do like your thing, or is it there are too many people? I don't know how it works.
I glanced around. How many people are around us, Rick?
It's dark out.
It's fairly busy. I mean, this is picture a street in Greenwich Village. I mean, there's probably a good handful of people walking up and down the sidewalk in either direction. It just turned dark. I think by the count in our game, the game started on Sunday the 11th. This is like, I think, a day later. I think we're still on the 12th right now. The night of the 12th. So it's like that would be a Monday night, just around. Yeah. So there's probably a lot of foot traffic right now. Yeah.
Maybe too many people.
I
Maybe.
press the buzzer.
Oh, okay. Well,
Excuse me, is someone there?
And
Hello. I just someone's until I'll get someone.
And on the other side, you get a voice from the other side. Daelynn Crowley, you are sitting in your apartment, studying, when the door buzzer goes off.
I didn't order any food.
I'm not bringing any food.
Cool. Hangs up.
Buzz.
What?
My name is Dr. Caden D'Alto. I need to talk to you.
Who are you looking for?
Daelynn? I'm from Serrano Memorial Hospital.
Shit. What's wrong?
Please, could
Okay.
you let me inside?
Okay. Hangs up. And then like 15 seconds later.
The door buzzes and you are allowed entry into the building, and you let's say take the elevator up to the 3rd floor uneventfully and find yourself at the one of the only 2 apartments on the 3rd floor.
I want to look through the peephole. Who are they?
Well, you look through the peephole and you see a fairly interesting crew. Basically, Vion looks a lot like Omar looks like. I mean, it's just Omar's actually in costume, essentially. He's got a black shirt and gray blazer and wearing a sheriff's star on the lapel. And Benny looks a lot like Benny looks here. Benny, green jacket, kind of younger. And then there is a very tall, willowy. How would you describe yourself, Caden?
Human.
Very human presence, Dr. Caden D'Alto. That is what you see.
Do we like knock or are we like waiting there?
Yeah.
You hear through the door. Which one of you is the doctor?
I am.
I'm going to let you in, and just know that if you try anything, I have several weapons in my apartment.
Very sensible.
Yeah.
Okay. And you hear like several unlocks. And
If
then
I were counting, do I hear? Not that I would be counting. That would be weird. And
about
usually
6. At least 3 of them are chain and 2 bolts.
Thank you.
And then the one that the door came with, which is just the sad one. And then the door just kind of creaks open enough for people to walk in, but does not swing open as a big welcome.
Hi, thanks. Putting goes in.
Hey, good evening. How's it going? Is this a shoes on apartment or a shoes off apartment? I'd just like to ask.
Up to you. I mean, it's an old building. I don't think your shoes will really make a difference.
Good. Thank you. Good to know.
So what? And Daelynn is just sort of standing there. I'll describe myself as you've come into the apartment, I'm assuming. So in keeping with tradition on this show, Daelynn looks a lot like me. She has long hair, sort of two-toned. She has one big sleeve down her left shoulder, down to her forearm. And she is currently holding like part of a lamp just in case. And she's sort of standing a little further back in her apartment. Not remarkable height or anything other than that, is just sort of looks like someone who looks like where they live. And has got sweatpants on and a t-shirt. And she's just sort of waiting there. Sorry, what'd you say? So what do you need to say?
Listen, we're just gonna come right out and say it. I think that might just be the best way possible. We were contacted by someone who is concerned about you and your safety, and we just want to let you know that our services are at your disposal.
So you're not a doctor?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is someone hurt? I'm really confused.
Yeah, actually. I mean, there was an incident. Essentially, what happened was the earthquakes have been caused by a dangerous person. And in order for us to find out exactly who that is, we've come to make sure that you're doing okay, which we kind of know you're not.
Why do you say that? I'm not injured by the earthquakes.
Yeah, we know that much. But
Okay, but do you know who Bella is? He's like, there's too much talking.
She puts the lamp down and just goes and sits in a big old chair that she definitely found on the side of the road and was like, score. And just sits down and is like, you guys want to have a seat?
Thank you.
yeah, thank you very much.
Can you shut the door?
Of course.
Yeah.
Thanks.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sad lock.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah. So Bella sent you?
Yes, I was going to clarify. Is not injured as far as we're aware, but did in fact send us. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. Did she pay you?
No, she's blackmailing us.
Well,
A little bit.
yeah, a touch. It's an exchange of information.
We probably could have backed out, so it really isn't that big of a deal. It's fine.
Yeah, in retrospect, maybe it's like 20% blackmail.
What's the rest of it?
Like 80%, just like we need a lead.
Yeah. An all right deal, I guess, is the rest of it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that sounds a lot like her. Well, I'm sorry about the blackmail. I did tell her to stop helping, but sure. Okay, well then. So, what do you do?
Well, we're kind of figuring that out ourselves as we go, to be quite honest. But we have a various set of powers, and if there's some sort of information or something being held over your head, there's a pretty good chance that we'll be able to get that seen to and taken care of for you.
Right. So you're kind of like private investigators with powers?
No, I'm a
Yeah.
doctor.
Aside from the doc, yeah, and
I'm
also
an
including
intern.
the doc, yeah. I don't. Yeah, well, Benny's technically an intern. I am just straight up an investigator with superpowers. You are completely correct in regards to me.
You have that look about you.
Thank you very much.
What makes
Yeah.
it look?
Well, the sheriff's star kind of gave it away.
Yeah, that
It
makes
does
sense.
say investigator on it, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
I don't really know how much help I'm gonna be with you all. Did Bella tell you anything?
She said that you were being blackmailed for something.
Yeah. It's
What did
not
you do?
really.
It was he had something, someone named Hugo has something over you. And she would like to see it so that that is not the case, I'm assuming.
Okay. Okay. Um. Yeah, there's not really any blackmail. It's I can handle this myself, and you can tell Bella thank you, and that it's being taken care of. Not being blackmailed. It's all good.
Okay, so we need different words then. Not being blackmailed. So there is a situation and you are not in 100% on board with it, perhaps? Was that closer wording? Can we take is that one all right?
You're kind of stuck in a tricky situation that you can't quite get out of.
Do you have an evildoer you need destroyed?
Yeah. Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah, you were one of yeah, got it in one doc.
But it's not that simple. It's not just like an evildoer that I mean, he's very much an evildoer, but you can't really just like, I don't know, what do you disappear people?
I'm a doctor.
I hold lights and get coffee, but
I've done that.
it's not fun.
How's Bella?
Stressed, probably.
Concerned.
Mhm.
Yeah, when you saw her, how was she? What's she doing now? I mean, it's been a minute. Is she
Working
okay?
for a mafioso.
Oh,
Who?
Yeah.
yeah.
Who?
Mickey Blumberg?
Dang it! She's working for Mickey.
She's
Yeah.
a better one to work for.
There's a smarter one to work for, definitely.
Seems we
Daelynn,
have.
yeah. Oh no, go ahead, Benny.
I was gonna say it seems like we have a fun little spider's web trick here that we have
I
to
know.
move through to
Okay.
get her out of that, to also get you out of this, to also move us forward in what we're currently trying to do. So it's just kind of a lot of parts that need to be moved, simultaneously.
Okay, fine. Why not? Just tell them. Okay. I'm not being blackmailed. Which I said.
Established,
It's,
Yeah,
So-
you said that.
Do you know about the job that we did together, Bella and I? You met her. You know what she's like. She know what
A little, not specifics, that you were just really good at acting like a rich person, and then
Yeah, a little bit of a
bet-
con artist.
Well, no. I've spent a lot of time around those kinds of people, so I knew how to behave. It was my first job. I mean, I knew what Bella did, and it was fine. And I thought, take the leap, do something with your girlfriend, and then
hell of a first date.
no, not first date.
okay.
Bella and I
Whoa.
actually have been together for about 2 years.
Are you
Congratulations.
still together? She was unclear.
Yeah, that was
There was some wording.
Yeah.
also not our business. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, poking a little bit where we don't belong.
Yeah, thanks. How about I just show you? And I just kind of stand up and I walk over to the fridge and I open it. And it's just full of bags and Tupperware of blood.
Okay, so real quick, and I would kind of like to just move in sort of a protective stance. Got a couple questions. Did you personally ascertain that blood? Did you have to harm someone to ascertain that blood?
Consented harm? It's hard to explain. This is kind of why. Look, if you want to bail right now, I can totally just unlock those doors and you can leave. But
we're here to help you. And so whichever way you're most comfortable with explaining the situation to us, just know that we're not coming from a place of judgment. If you saw what I could do, I mean, it's something else. So please.
Show me.
All right. And I kind of adjust my cardigan a little bit and I turn into a ghost. I'm a ghost. Yeah, I'm a ghost. And then I adjust my cardigan again and I'm back to not being a ghost.
So is the insinuation vampire? Is that what is happening right now?
Oh, cool. Are you a vampire?
Why else the blood? I don't know how else that is supposed to be taken.
Hi.
I Google vampire very quickly.
Whoa.
So does that classify you as undead? Do I now have 2 undead people in my life? It's been a weird week, you guys.
Look, I don't kill people. This fridge has been donated. I have clients and that's why Bella and I are not seeing each other right now. And this is what Hugo made me. Okay. So
this
the blackmail,
and having Googled, I like have Nosferatu or something on Google image search.
Younger,
Close.
but yeah. So the blackmail is sort of my soul.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Is it returnable, or are we gonna have to get real crafty?
It's returnable with $1 million.
Okay.
So I've been trying on my own. I've been trying. I tried scamming. I tried hacking. I've tried a lot of things. I tried
What if we just
selling.
like kick the shit out of him? Is that like a viable option?
We do that.
I mean, he is a pretty experienced vampire. I don't have experience with that. And okay, this is kind of the first person I've told that I didn't immediately then bite them. So I'm going to do you mind if I just sit down right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. We're very proud of you, by the way.
Okay,
This
doesn't freak you out? Because this freaked me out for a good month. I couldn't look at myself. And then I looked at myself and then I was like, oh, she's kind of hot. But then I was like, oh my God, but also I kill people. But I don't kill people. I really tried.
That's great. Well, I mean, to be honest, the past 72 hours of my life have been, frankly, absurd. So this is just tossing that right in the bag with all of that. So this is probably the best company you could have shown that to.
What are your names?
I'm Benny. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Daelynn.
I'm Beyond. Pleasure, Daelynn.
Leon, hi. And Doctor? Should I just call you Doctor?
Vion does, but I'm Caden D'Alto.
Okay.
I announced myself earlier. May I offer you a glass
Right.
of hemoglobin?
Sorry, I was a little. Not right now. If I eat, it tends to be hard to stop sometimes. So,
I understand. I enjoy the rice.
I used to. Yeah, God, I miss rice.
Okay, so can we throw you, and I don't mean to rush you into this. If you need to take some seconds, that's perfectly acceptable. But maybe just a quick lightning round to just kind of get like a good sense of this.
Sure. I kind of feel like I'm ready to share now. Now that the thing's out, I'm a little more comfortable by being incredibly uncomfortable. So let's do this.
Welcome to let's get jackets. It'll form a club. It'll be great.
Great.
Okay. Are you compelled to hurt people when you're around them, or is it more of like when you need to feed kind of thing?
No, it's just sort of more when you get really hungry. I
Yeah.
tend to feed as little as possible, without going too far as the hunger takes over completely. But I only have a very minimal set of clients, so I try not to drain them.
Got it. And you were, I mean, I believe the exact terminology is sired. Is that correct? By Hugo Hill?
I'm a thrall, technically.
That's actually outside my purview of understanding. I don't know what that means.
You met
It,
other vampires, man?
No. That's the one thing I know is that there's some siring. I'm already outside my comfort zone. Not in terms of I'm uncomfortable. I just don't know what those words mean.
sure. It sort of boils down to you're a vampire without most of the fancy vampire skills, and then you kind of are their secretary permanently, to put it into very simple terms.
Oh, that sucks.
Not a fan of that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
This is one that maybe Doc's going to be really interested in. Vampire weaknesses. Not necessarily yours, but how, is there anything that we can do to Hugo Hill? Do we got to like cut out the heart and like cut it into pieces and do that old world stuff? Or is there something new like sunlight?
I don't think he's really affected by sunlight. It kind of annoys me. So that part turns out kind of true.
I also become annoyed by it. The dermal layer becomes damaged.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point.
We'll get you some sunscreen, Doc.
It's sort of I just don't go out in the day. It's much easier that way. Because these things are also kind of hard to control. So, at night, whatever, you just keep your mouth closed and walk. But, during the day, people try to talk to you.
And then ultimately our goal, so we're just going to try to find Hugo Hill and get your soul, give it back to you so
Do
you
you
can
guys have
it.
$1 million or?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, folks, but we're just going to go get your soul. Right?
Yeah, I think the solution is get crafty with it because we don't have $1 million. Unless Ulas is holding out on us, but
So
I
your
wonder.
plan is to just go and ask for my soul back?
I think the Doc's going to have a conversation with Hugo, if you catch my drift, Doc.
Oh, you're going to kill him?
Yeah, probably Doc's going to do something like that.
I should probably warn you that he's very good at what he does, and what he does is hurting people. So.
yeah, I was gonna say is a vampire who we have established is like long-time vampire.
Right, but I don't understand. Some of these are contradictory.
Yeah.
Some of these say that the religious symbol is very important.
No.
Some of these say that the religious symbol is irrelevant.
Completely.
Some of these say that nightshade vegetables have some sort of effect.
Not really.
Okay, so no eggplants.
So,
Yeah.
doesn't the eggplant mean...
Well, that's a different direction, Doc.
Okay.
Stake
so
to the
then
heart.
which ones are in fact true, since being a powerful vampire by conversational implicature is a phrase with meaning?
Oh.
I'm so sorry, I cannot hear you.
Sorry, sometimes I start talking in my own head and I think I'm talking out loud. I've been alone a long time now. So basically it's sort of the standard vampire stuff that I've found out, without all the sort of superstition. I have a reflection, and garlic and crucifixes, not so much, haven't affected me. Not particularly religious, but hey. Nothing's really bothered me. I don't like the sun, and sometimes when Hugo wants something, I get a really bad headache until I get it for him. So that's kind of it. Everything else is pretty standard, and also the hunger. Also, the hunger is so intense But it's okay. It's okay. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Honestly, aside from the fact that I'm a monster, it's not that bad.
How are
It's
you a monster?
unlivable.
I'm so sorry, I missed it.
I mean, I technically have to eat people to live, so I don't really consider that non-monstrous. But I'm
you
not a
said
bad
that you don't kill
person.
people. You said that you had consensual food supply.
Yes.
Again, I apologize. I'm soliciting clarification only.
Yes, but I don't think that this is a permanent arrangement. See, the longer I'm like this, the less I think I get to stay me. And we're at a few months now. And those locks are a little bit more for other people.
I'm very sorry to hear that you're going through this. It sounds very difficult, and
Thanks. So let's make a plan. Let's make a plan. I'm willing. Why not? It's a brand new night. Let's
Yeah. So Hugo
What about
Hill.
the
Sorry?
piece of woodwork?
Oh,
Steak.
you mean like a steak?
yeah,
I haven't personally tried it, and no one has personally tried it on me, so I'm not really sure, but I wouldn't rule it out.
All right,
In
we
the
will
running.
arm ourselves with those as first primary weapons fire.
How does fire suit you?
Me personally?
I guess.
I mean, it's fine.
Okay.
Again, I no one has tried to kill me, so
so also on the table.
I guess so. Yeah. Are you
I
guys
got one.
good at
Yeah,
sneaking?
sneaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very excellent at sneaking.
Like, can you go fully invisible? I don't know if that's an appropriate thing to ask a ghost.
Oh no, that's all right. I'm an open book. I don't think I go fully invisible. I think I'm mostly I like it's misty. Like I look like a ghost. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm googling
Okay.
ghost.
Well, no, that's
What are you thinking? Just chuck it at us.
well. If the going and killing him thing doesn't work, which I kind of don't think it will, considering how powerful he is, and maybe I'm just a little bit chicken shit, but basically, he has this ledger. I know you aren't for blackmailing, but I don't know how to get it. I know sort of that he has one, but if maybe you all could get that book, you could blackmail him back.
Blackmail.
Yeah.
So, in order to respond to the 20% blackmail, that requires us to investigate your perhaps not blackmail, though structurally similar. We should also engage in this activity.
If that's something you're cool with.
3 blackmails in a trench coat.
Great. I'm in.
Oh, all right.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a
And
pretty
this
good
gets
plan.
back the soul.
It might work. I mean, I know he has so much illegal activity in there. He's way worse than any mob boss or con artist I've ever met. He's been doing this for a very long time. And I used to work in a legal firm, and that is a gold mine.
Well, heck, that's an ironclad case right there. You used to work at a law firm and you were able to get
Yeah.
this evidence. I think this is perfect.
Well, I don't have the evidence yet. It's sort of very lock and key, but I've seen it once. Right after I was turned, I was a little sort of devastated, and I didn't know really what it was until I sort of had months to sort of think about it. And then that has to be what it is. It's got to be a ledger of all of his stuff.
Great. Let's go get it.
So wait, so Hugo Hill, like, does he have like a central office or like a home that you know the location of, or like?
Sort of. I mean, he's got sort of a lot of fronts.
Okay.
But I know generally where he hangs out.
Yes,
Sometimes I've had to deliver things to various places. Some of them overlap, but I don't know where his exact home is.
What kind of stuff do you have? Is it like petty errands, or is it like
Yeah, it's like really petty errands, like stuff that anyone could do.
horrible?
Yeah,
So he's just a dick. Like that's what we're getting from
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Well,
I have a bachelor's and I get coffee. He doesn't even drink coffee.
same
Benny
shit
also
happens with
gets
me.
the coffee.
I do get the coffee. It's kind of the worst, but this sounds awful because when the employer is mad about it, she gets a headache, which I think would make me just quit the planet entirely. So, we're gonna, yeah, I have a lot of sympathy for this. I would like to make you not also the coffee getter.
Thanks. And
Do you-
thanks
do you
for
ever
not
have
freaking
to-
out.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you got it. Do you ever have to deliver bodies? This is a real long pitch down the lane, but do you ever drop off anything like that?
I mean, I've had to drive trucks to places. It's possible.
No, I was
I-
thinking you could just deliver me. All right, well, I'm not
Oh,
gonna
Oh,
get
because you're
hurt.
dead, but also you move by a mechanism that you said we would describe later, and then you did not.
Yeah, but we didn't want to talk about it too loud in the subway, you know.
What?
We were gonna talk about ghost being a ghost, but
I only just learned what it was.
Oh, cool.
He's one.
yeah,
He's one.
I'm a ghost.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes.
We're having a very
I know.
exciting day.
Is this all happening in one day? Did you all just meet?
Yeah.
It's been at least 2.
In
got
fact, Benny,
you.
do you need to get dinner or anything?
Jeez, what time? It's late. I don't know. I haven't eaten yet today, probably.
I don't have anything here.
That's, you know what? Understandable. We'll grab something to go. I bet there's like a doner kebab stand somewhere on the way to where we're headed. It'll be
Oh,
great. Am I the
um,
only one who eats here? Is that what we've just established?
Well, if you
No, the
I
doctor
mean,
likes the rice. It's fine. We're good. Okay.
I work at a small bodega down the street. I could probably. It's open 24 hours if you guys want a snack.
I'm into snacks.
Perfect.
Bella did steal all of my money, so if anyone could spot me, like $4, that'd be great.
Ah,
I have the
Yeah.
dollars, yes.
Cool. I'll pay you back.
All right, let's go break into Hugo Hill's little Fort Knox, and let's go get this ledger, and let's blackmail the person blackmailing you, so that we can stop getting blackmailed, get the information, and find out exactly who John Doe is.
Blackmail all the way down. Let's go.
what a day.
I met a dog.
They did.
That did happen. This is the same day. No, that was yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday. Wow, what a 48 hours we've had.
Mhm.
You didn't meet a dog before?
I had
Closes
seen
door.
them inside a dog. Yeah. I never knew what. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I guess lead the way, Daelynn.
Does
Alright,
Daelynn
I-
eat before we leave?
Yeah, maybe. Do you need like a snack pack on the way, or?
Before I leave, I do put on a crossbody bag, presumably with something in it.
A crossbody bag.
Very
Good
sensible.
choice.
I have a thought, but maybe I'll just save it to once we get to the building.
So
Yeah.
you are headed to his restaurant. Is that-
Bodega first, and
Oh,
then
Yeah, we're gonna get
Stopping by the
Snacks.
bodega.
And then-
I
and then wherever.
definitely introduce Caden to our bodega cat
good.
in case they've never met a cat before, because
Oh,
this is very
What's the bodega
confusing.
cat's name?
Jimmy.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's
I
a
hope this is
orange
beginning of a-
tabby.
fruitful and productive relationship.
Yeah, he's about 14. He's been here for as long as
Wow.
years.
Ah.
Old.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, it was very nice to meet you. It was Jimmy? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Wow.
nice to meet you, Jimmy.
Oh, it scratched me.
Oh,
Oh
Excellent
yeah, no, he
reflexes.
doesn't like that part of his tail being touched.
Well
I
done.
get it.
And then I pat with new appreciation and respect this kind attacks. Did you know they attack?
Cats.
Deliciously.
Yeah.
So just don't pet against the grain of the go with the direction of the hair. You'll be good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's walk into definitely the worst possible idea I could have come up with.
Mhm.
Let's do it.
All right. So, Jake, can you throw up the map number 1 so we can see the whole city for a second? You are headed up by subway to Riften, and Riften is north of Avalon. It is roughly our equivalent to the Bronx, and the subway ride there probably take this time of day. It's a trip. It's like an hour in the subways and it's packed. You're probably in the middle of rush hour right now, and you head on up to the Badenbrook stop on the on the subway line, and you get off right in front of the building, which is called Jacques Wild's. And Jacques Wild is a very, very large place. It is a 3-story building, and you can see immediately from the outside that the first story is like a bar and lounge. It's got sort of dark windows, but enough that you can see inside that there's a bar and there's a doorman, and there's a sign that says restaurant upstairs, and the doorman is just standing in front of the door.
Okay, so we just
Actually, wait,
like
I
gonna.
should tell you. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there. I should tell you too. The building is on the corner of a block, and you can see probably from where you're standing that it looks like it's got maybe an alley on each side of the building.
Oh, good to know.
Yes. We'll
So are we,
ascertain
like-
all the tactical entrance and exit points before
we
we
just- we
go
s-
inside.
Yeah.
Scope it, and then are we gonna pretend to be like patrons, or what's the? Do we have a meeting with him? I don't know.
Yeah. Are they gonna recognize you, Daelynn?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not the worst move, but it's not the sneakiest.
Would I recognize that this doorman is on guard when he's in the building or not? Or is this just generally a doorman that works at this restaurant?
Yeah, it's just a fancy restaurant with an upscale crowd, and they've got a doorman. You recognize this doorman. You've met him before. His name is Paul.
Oh. All right. Well, Paul's on duty. I don't know if Hugo's inside. I can definitely walk in. I don't know if all of us can without a very serious explanation as to why.
Benny, we can't hear you.
Benny?
Excuse me. Sorry. Is it like a guest list thing? If we like walked in separately from you, would we be able to get in, or like is it a? Can we like make a reservation real quick?
Daelynn looks down at she realized she's still wearing sweatpants and then looks at the three of you and looks sort of like eyes you up and down, and then points to can you quickly give me a slight description of what you all are wearing?
Gray cardigan, dark gray shirt, undershirt.
What kind of shoes?
They're like like nice, like faux leather. They're like fancier shoes, but they're not
Okay.
like dress shoes, but they're a little upscale.
Okay, you're fine. Goes to points at Benny, looks him up and down. What are you wearing?
Hoodie with a jacket over it, dark washed jeans and hiking boots, mismatched socks.
Yeah, you're not getting in. Next up.
Synthetic white leggings, white coat, white button down. I mean, they're probably wearing a doctor's coat but tailored.
Okay.
Like worthy of seeing patients in a clinic
Okay.
rather than just got out of surgery.
Okay.
Because
And,
then you only need to have 2 sets of clothing. Like, in principle. You get more of the scrubs, and you get more of the seeing the patients, and then you're entirely covered for everything you require.
What a fascinating way to dress. It's brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely could get in. Unfortunately, Benny, you and I don't really fit the clientele of the restaurant.
Boo.
Yeah.
Is there a side door that maybe we can open for the both of you?
I mean, if I walk right up to Paul, he'll probably tell me which way to go in. So maybe I should just go do that.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay. Okay. I'll see you in a second. All right. I go talk to Paul.
So yeah, you walk across the street, and by the way, while you were walking across the street, somewhere back in Fort Trumbull at Vion's apartment, Ulez is Sandy Carpa and Ulez are signing for a very strange delivery of a gas-powered grappling hook, which your mysterious benefactor has sent to you. So thank you so much to everybody who helped unlock that. The next tier is the after credits, the post credits lore drop.
And now we directly understand how important these things are. Look at the last one and look at this one. These are
that can happen sometimes. And yeah, you walk up to Paul, the doorman, who you know, he's just a doorman. He's standing there. Hey, Daelynn.
Hey, Paul. Is the boss in? And Daelynn is like holding her head and kind of like staring at Paul, but with like kind of closed eyes, like she has a migraine.
Well, actually, he was in earlier, but then he went to get dinner, and now he's right over there. And he points up the sidewalk, and coming down the sidewalk is a man you recognize as Hugo Hill.
We're like across the street or something. Like we're just out here.
You from across the street probably don't recognize his significance yet. He walks toward Daelynn. Daelynn. And Hugo Hill, you see this man walk towards her. Hugo Hill, picture him like Gene Hackman playing Lex Luthor in Superman or something. He's kind of Gene Hackman by way of a used car salesman. And he, but a little older. Maybe let's make him like 50. And he comes towards you down the sidewalk. You know, I just had this feeling that you were in the neighborhood somewhere.
Hey, yeah. Just out for a stroll and, you know, night and everything. And yeah. And she's going to be sort of like putting her body between the three of them and Hugo so that she can sort of put her hands behind her back, just like do style, while like fidgeting her fingers a lot while trying to sort of signal as like a
hang on. Do me a favor and make a willpower roll. You're gonna roll a d6 and add your willpower to it.
Add my willpower. Okay, and my willpower. Okay, great. I'm gonna roll my heart dice. Ooh, 10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 is a moderate success. Hugo doesn't seem to notice your friends at this point. And that's what I was going to ask. What are you doing right now, the three of you? Are you just standing there, or?
Well, do we get a read on this? Like, see how her body language changes in this instance, or?
Tell you what. Well, you can clearly see that she's talking to him. I will tell you what. Caden and Vion, you both get a sense from across the street that her body language has changed and mood has changed a little bit.
And I'm wiggling my fingers behind my back very aggressively.
And that.
This wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah, we didn't have to
Yeah,
set a
we
signal
gotta-
or anything up.
We gotta think
Hayden
quick.
advances.
Oh
You know,
no.
Daelynn, while you're here, why don't you?
Yeah.
We'll have dinner.
Are you sure? I'm not really dressed for this place.
Oh,
And
don't worry.
gestures down.
It's okay. I think the owner will make an exception, won't I, Paul? And Paul goes, "Yes, sir."
All right.
And Paul opens the door, and Hugo Hill leads you into the restaurant. And the three of you,
I want to do a quick eyeball check. What are they doing?
Like 6 paces behind you at this
Yeah,
point.
Caden just
Oh!
walked
I'm
right
on my
up to
way.
you while
Hayden advanced.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
So
So I
the-
turn around and Caden's right in front of my face, and I'm like, oh.
so the three of you are now coming up behind them.
I think
think-
we stayed back.
Just Caden.
Oh, just
Yeah,
Kate.
Caden didn't communicate, so Caden just walked straight up, and I think we're both like, "What do we do?"
Okay, hang on a
So
second.
+1 maybe.
Yeah. Having seen
Hang on, Caden, do me a favor. Roll a
Yes.
coordination roll.
Of course. That's a 9.
Okay, Hugo does not seem to have noticed you still at this point. He just leads Daelynn into the dining room, sorry, not the dining room, the bar. What you see on this first floor, it's very wide and spread out. The first floor of Jock Wild's, it is low light, velvet booths, mirrored walls, the jukebox, a couple of pool tables. There is a bathroom on the far end, just one, unisex. And there are stairs you see to your left going up to the dining room. There's a sign indicating dining room up. And right next to the front door, there is an elevator that looks like one of those old-timey elevators that has like a handle and needs somebody to operate it. And that's just, what you see with a glance around the room.
So that is right next to the entrance, and so in plain sight. Yes, the elevator?
Yeah, it's adjacent to. Let's say there's a coat room there, and there's an elevator right near the coat room, just like right there in the little.
I
alcove.
asked because those very old school elevators tend to have grates rather than doors, and so you could, for instance, see in and see whether there were 2 buttons, as befits the ground floor and dining room, or 3.
Make a intellect roll.
Of course.
There's
That's
my
cocked.
other.
That was cocked. That was unimpressive. 6.
6. From where you're standing right now, you can't quite catch a glimpse of it. It looks like the buttons are on the inside of the grate. It's like the grate opens and then you have to like kind of turn into the door to use them. So you
I've
can't
noticed
quite see where
that.
you're- Otherwise, Hugo looks around and he turns to you. Drink, or should we just go right up to the dining room?
Yeah, let's have a drink, Hugo.
Great. And he takes you to the bar, and the bartender, of course, is very attentive when she sees her boss sit down. And I'll have red wine. Red wine. What do you like, Daelynn? I don't want to order for you.
I mean, I guess a martini. Also, hey, Stella.
And the bartender kind of nods at you a little and says, "Right, red wine and a martini." And as she's walking away, he was like, bring us some crab legs too. You like crab legs? Have you ever tried the crab legs? Crab legs here are fantastic. Pride of the city."
Sure, let's try them.
And you sit to wait for your drinks and your crab legs with Hugo. And while this is going on, so what are you doing right now? Sorry, Vion and Benny.
What are we doing right now? I don't know how to get in. It said I can't get in if I'm wearing hiking boots.
All right, listen, it's just you and me. Let's
Okay.
just break in.
Okay, is there a back door? I can do that. That's better. I don't want to pretend to be fancy. I don't think I'd be very good at it. You said there were 2 alleyways on the either
Yeah,
side of
from
it.
where you're standing, you can see that. Yeah, each side of the building is bordered by an alley, but you can't really see into either alley.
Should we just go
Let's
see if there's a door?
let's just go see if there's like a side entrance or something.
Okay, you head across the street, and let's say you walk up. The alleys are on, let's say, the west and north side of the building, and you walk up, let's say, the alley on the west side, and you look above you, and there is. Well, I tell you what. Let me do. Yeah, this is an intellect roll. Why don't both of you roll intellect?
Okay.
I get to use these, so Omar linked me these, and I ordered them. They're little coffee dice for
You
the
got
coffee
them?
square. I did. They're they're very large compared to like a regular one, but they're got little coffee beans on them.
It gives them more room to hold luck.
It does, yeah. So Omar sent me the link to these. I was like, well, I have to get them.
That makes me so happy.
Okay, intellect. Sorry,
Yeah, intellect.
I want to show up my dice.
I got a 10.
9. No, wait. There's no numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8.
9. So 9 and 8. So that is a major success for Vion and a moderate success. Okay, so that's all good. Above you, you see a fire escape that looks pretty rusty and rickety. It is, perched highly above the first floor, and it looks like you probably could not leap up there without something to stand on. Fire escapes usually designed so that they can let people down, but not jump up from the street as a security device. And you see that, and you walk through the other side, and the alleys connect behind the building. So you walk up the west alley, and then you turn around the corner into the north alley, and there are 4 dumpsters, and what looks like perhaps there's an open door with a light coming out of it. Is possibly, based on the amount of steam coming out of it, the entrance to a kitchen.
That could be the way in.
We could do the kitchen. We can also move one of the dumpsters and just climb up to the third.
Hop up, yeah.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Let's try it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Less people.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Theoretically, I mean, there's a dining hall upstairs, so who knows? There could be more people upstairs.
You start walking back to the other side of the alley, and you find one of the dumpsters, and
So we do like a boost to like.
it's like a combined effort thing, I
Mhm.
think. So, who's the lead on this?
We have the same, I think, strength, right? We both are at 3 strength.
Yes, that's correct.
This
So
is gonna be wait. Is this gonna be super loud? This is gonna be super loud. Maybe we should, if we're moving a dumpster.
That is my concern as well. This is going to be loud.
Maybe
If we get kicked out of the kitchen, then we just move the dumpster and then go up.
How much ambient Port Ruby traffic is going on right now?
Yeah,
Just that's the theme here.
there's traffic on the streets, but in the alley so far, there's nobody back there. You are fairly well concealed unless somebody's deliberately looking down the alley for you.
Oh, okay.
If I were to like give Vion like a boost up, could he reach the bottom of the what's it
You
called?
can
That
try.
thing?
I'm pretty agile. Do you want to give that a try real quick and then?
I'd be into trying that so it's less noisy.
Okay.
Or quietest option. I
How
don't
shall
know.
we do
These
this?
might all be bad options. Who knows?
If only we had a grappling hook.
Okay.
I
tell you
know.
Only.
While the two of you are talking this out, Daelynn, what are you doing inside?
Get anything done.
Reconnoitering. I have moved fairly close to the weapons table, the green one, with the long, not quite quarterstaves,
Mhm.
and the small throwing weapons. And I'm holding that location as I observe the bar overall. I'm interested in ascertaining whether anyone looks particularly, for want of a better term, like a heavy, like someone worthy of combat, and particularly if they're posted around entrances or exits. I'm also keeping an eye on the body language of Daelynn the vampire, so that if necessary, there's someone in position to intervene.
Okay, that's an intellect roll.
Of course. Let's see, where am I? Yeah. That's a 9.
Okay, so that's a moderate success. There are not that many people in the bar. It is, like I said, it's just after rush hour. This is kind of early for a nightlife spot. There are a few customers. There's a couple of bartenders, a few busboys roaming around, maybe some cleaning crew people. But otherwise, it's not that populated yet, and you do not see anybody that stands out to you as, even a security guard or a bouncer at this point. It just sort of looks like much more mundane kind of staff. And otherwise, Daelynn seems the same as she has been, sitting at the table with Hugo, a little stiff, but okay. And just real quick, I want to check, have you decided what you're doing out back in the alley yet?
I think we're gonna go for the boost plan, right?
We'll try boost first and see if we can get up.
Okay, so
Like interlace the fingers and like get your foot in there and like a hoop.
all right. So first, who's doing the boost? Benny, you're doing the boosting.
Yeah, wait, should I boost or should you boost? I don't actually know. You're much taller than Benny is, but we're about the same strength, so I don't think it matters who boosts.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'll go ahead. Well, you said that you carry around like sea sands and stuff. What was it earlier? Bless you.
Yeah, she has to
Bless
carry
you.
equipment around all the time, so like, I mean,
I
these
think. I mean,
and shit.
yeah, I think that it's just you got that skill set.
Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah, I was a writer.
Benny, make a strength roll to see if your boost works first.
Cool. I would like to activate my quality, stubborn as a mule. I want to get this man up there.
Okay,
Go for
so
the bonus 2.
That is going to cost you a point of determination, which brings you down to 0 right now.
0. I'm out.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay.
By the way, remember,
So-
you can always play troubles against yourself.
That's true.
Choice to get determination back, and I should get better about playing them against you, but we're all learning.
right.
So yeah, how'd you do, Benny?
I'm going to use it for the plus. What? It's right. It's plus 2. I always forget. I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah, yeah, you can improved effort is +2.
10.
Wow, yeah, you are stubborn as a mule, and
Scoop.
a person is level 4. That it's pretty heavy to actually pick a person up like that. But you get a moderate success, and you are able to do that. Now, Vion, the boost works. Let's see how your coordination goes. Let's say this is okay.
Okay. My coordination is 3. I got an 8.
Okay, yeah, and you easily catch the rung, and the fire escape kind of pulls down with you as your foot falls back to the ground, and you've pulled the ladder from the fire escape down.
That was a good boost.
Nice.
I'm glad that we didn't try to break through the kitchen staff and try to
I am
fake our
too.
way.
Yeah.
We would have messed that one up.
In hindsight, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at us. All right.
Let's go up.
Let's go up. I would like to start climbing.
Here we go.
And you do, and you climb. How high are you climbing? The fire escape goes to the 2nd floor, to the 3rd floor, and then it looks like as high as the roof.
Ooh.
3rd floor?
Yeah, hypothetically, we don't know what's on the 3rd floor because we know 1st floor is the bar and lounge, 2nd floor is dining,
Yeah.
3rd floor mystery.
Let's go mystery floor.
All right, hopefully less people. Could be the exact opposite. We're going to the 3rd floor.
You get up to the 3rd floor, and the fire escape is landing is adjacent to a window that
Lights?
opens into a dark room that has Venetian blinds that are closed.
Oh, damn. Well, this looks like the end of the road, isn't it? I guess we got to turn around. Oh, wait. And I would like to turn into a ghost.
Yeah. And you're gonna face through the window.
Yeah, I would like to just face through the window.
Yeah, and that works really easy. Glass, you can go right through, and you just walk in, and you find yourself in a large office. There is what do we have in the office? In the office, there's you see large desk and a few bookcases. There's papers kind of piled on everything. You see a door to what might be a private bathroom. Um, and you are now in it. The lights are off otherwise.
Great. I'm gonna open the window, of course, to let Benny in.
Okay, you open the window and you let Benny in. Benny, you climb inside. Meanwhile, downstairs, while Benny is coming in, you are with Hugo, Daelynn.
Yeah.
And he has got his delivery of crab legs, and he sort of pulls one open and just kind of cracks it and rips at it and sort of starts, kind of sloppily sucking at it. He's like, "So, what brings you to my humble establishment?"
Can I see anyone? Is
I'm holding myself in your eye line.
okay, great.
Like they're unquestionably tactically positioned for all
Okay.
that they're not socially on a ball. They can read calls if you're calling them out.
Okay, cool. And this is his restaurant, correct? This is where I knew he might be tonight.
Yeah. Where he hangs out the most.
And what is he has a couple of establishments, right? Or is this his main one?
This is probably his main base of operations, but yeah, Hugo owns places all over town.
Okay.
As some richer criminals are known to from time to time.
Right. Okay. So Daelynn's gonna say, she's just gonna keep eyes with you because he's a little distracted with his crab legs right now, and which Daelynn hasn't really touched yet because this feels like him flaunting the fact that he's superior and has better taste than I do. I don't have taste, so this is pretty pointless for me. But I have to watch him eat it, and he knows that. And so Daelynn kind of centers herself before she says what she's about to say and just says, "I came to ask you for a job."
Make a willpower roll.
Oh boy.
Can I burn a determination by but using one of my qualities?
Yeah, what quality?
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
Okay. Explain.
Because I'm lying to him. So I'm keeping my intentions a secret to keep me and my new sort of comrades safe. I don't really know who they are, but they're helping me and they don't really have to. They told me they don't have to and they're doing it anyway. So I'm trusting them and I'm going to try to do everything I can while they're doing what they need to do.
Yeah, I buy that totally. So you can burn a point of determination, which brings you down to 3. And you can add +2 to that roll.
Okay, great. Okay. 10 again.
Okay. 10. 10 is a 10 is a marginal success. So what I'm going to say is, Hugo says, "Good job." That's interesting. I mean, you're the one who owes me money, and he kind of looks at you. He kind of like looks around the room a little bit, and then there's a buzzing in his pocket, and he feels around in his pocket, and his cell phone. He goes, "Huh." And says,
I can try to explain. I've been trying to get the money. I really have. I just, it's really hard to, I've been going to night classes and I've been trying to, I've tried a lot of stuff and I thought maybe that I could help try and chip away some of that price tag if I could do more errands for you or work at one of your clubs or restaurants and she's just trying to like talk him into it because clearly he's starting to lose interest.
Well, Daelynn, I like you quite a bit. I feel real bad about the whole $1 million thing, but that's
Do you?
just living. Yeah, but I'm afraid I'm going to need a little bit more explanation than that. And he presses a button on his phone, and he does that. Bars descend over all the windows and doors in the building. Behind you in the office, behind you standing, Caden, standing, by the door in the bar, and Hugo looks over and he says, "I don't know what you're up to, but I know you're up to something, and I think we're going to have to get this sorted out before anyone's allowed to leave." And on that, let's take a break.
Yes.
Thank you,
Whoops.
Steve, by the way, who has got us. Wow, we're almost to the lore drop. We will be back in I guess 10 minutes. Let's say 10 minutes.
Great.
Hey, welcome back. When we last left our crew, they were inside Jock Wild's, the bar owned by vampire conman Hugo Hill, who had just locked them all in when Daelynn tried to lie to him and didn't quite get away with it. And
Was it my fault?
not entirely. It was partially your fault, but not entirely.
Dang it!
Don't worry, I'm sure it was my fault too.
We'll get there.
I think we did something.
We are. It looks like I want to thank everyone who's donated so far. We're already almost at $200. If we get to 250, we get the after credits lore drop. I'm so excited about all these. I know they say this every week, but it's like, oh my god, I love doing them. So it's like, we're super grateful if you get us there. And otherwise, I think that's it. Let's just roll into it. Daelynn, you're at the bar with Hugo Hill, and he's looking at you, and he looks down at his phone, and who's breaking into my office upstairs?
What?
The office upstairs. Who's breaking in?
How am I supposed to know? Don't you have a lot of enemies, Hugo?
I do have a lot of enemies, but very few of them visit me completely out of nowhere, just to come and pretend.
Did you piss someone off this week?
Did I piss someone off this week?
You said out of nowhere, so maybe you did something?
And some of the customers are sort of like looking around at the bars over the windows, and Hugo stands up. Excuse me a second. And he looks at,
Sure.
sorry, folks, just a little glitch with the alarm system. We'll have it sorted out in a jiff. And he turns back to you. And why don't we go talk in my office? This is a little public, wouldn't you say?
Sure. More private in a giant building cage. Let's do that.
And he gets up and he escorts you over towards the elevator where Paul the doorman walks inside. And
I bring my martini.
you bring your martini? Okay.
Yeah.
Paul the doorman pulls the cage open, and the two of you go in, and Hugo reaches into his jacket pocket and he pulls out a key and he puts it. There's a button for the first floor, a button for the second floor, and there's a keyhole for the third floor. And Hugo puts the key in and he turns it, and Paul pulls the cage closed, and then you see Paul pull the crank, and the elevator slowly starts to rise, and it moves very slowly, and Hugo's just staring at you. Now, Caden, you saw them disappear into the elevator, and you saw from where your vantage point is, I'll just give you credit, you saw him reach into his jacket, and you saw the elevator begin to rise.
I now understand the process. Yes. So there are fairly few people here, but probably enough that it would be considered indiscreet if I, for instance, snapped off one of the pool cues. into something more compact. So I would like to get mildly out of eye line before I do so. That
Okay.
will give the elevator time to ascend and then descend, at which point I can make my next maneuvers.
Okay, you look around and you see there is near you the jukebox. There, the door to the bathroom, which is marked unisex, a single bathroom, and there is, like I said, various booths, and the whole place is sort of bathed in low light. It's
Is there the music?
there is light music.
The noise. They do the noise thing. It's really
There is
distracting.
jazz music playing. Charles Mingus.
This one is completely incomprehensible to me. But if there is some point where I'm hearing repeated loud noises with sharp attack and short sustain, I believe they call them the drums. I will take that opportunity when they do that and not the other ones, the solo, to snap, because those will probably sound roughly.
All right, I just
Similar.
want to do this for the fun of it. So
Mhm.
first, make a strength roll.
9. That's max die.
Okay, so you'll easily be able to break it. Now make a coordination roll.
Mhm. Roll for rhythm. Also max die, so 10.
They got rid of
There
it.
is a big riff in the drums that comes up, and as soon as it hits, you just sort of look around and do one of these, and the pool cue breaks exactly where you wanted it to.
Perfect. I'll secret that up my sleeve then. So I have a little up my spike.
Ooh,
Up
nice.
my sleeve spike. At this point, if yes, I believe I will have to wait for the elevator to descend, because it is suggested to me situationally that the stairs probably will not take us up to our destination. I infer those might not go to secretive locations. Therefore, I should wait for the lift to descend and then make my way up using trickery and deception.
Yeah, and you go and you wait by the lift, and while you do that, you can hear it still rattling upwards. Now, meanwhile, up in the office, Benny and Neon, you saw the security gate slam down on the windows, and you can hear the elevator rattling.
What's the play here?
All right. Sounds like we tripped some sort of alarm or something like that. Someone is coming up. I just want you to know 2 things, Benny. 1, if anyone comes near us, I will defend you with my afterlife. And 2, if anyone comes after me, I'm going to need you to use your kickboxing skills to make sure that they don't hurt me.
Okay, so back each other up. That's what's happening. Are we gonna like hide first, or is that the go-to?
Listen, I think that we're probably caught. So I say we just play this one out. Roll a hard 6.
Can you get like out again? Like,
Oh, yeah,
one of us is stuck.
Well, that depends. What are the bars
but-
made of, Rick?
Do you want to try and figure it out by examining it, or do you want to try and figure it out by just seeing if you can punch your finger?
Yeah, let's just. I mean, time is of the essence. I'm gonna try to phase through the bars really quickly.
Yeah, no, you can't do it. You're guessing that they are probably closer to something like iron.
How about any of the walls in here? If it isn't glass,
Yeah, let me try that. I try to phase through one of the walls.
Well, you can phase through the bricks in the walls, but
Mhm.
the walls have stone facing on the outside, which you cannot get through. And in the walls, there are pipes running that have iron in the pipes. So you can only, you can kind of worm your hands through the parts that are just brick, but they buttress up against the iron pipes and then hit against the stone facing on the out. So
while he's trying stuff, can I be just examining the desk as fast as I can?
Sure, make an
Ooh.
intellect roll.
You know, like okay. Ooh. 8.
On the desk, you find mostly what looks like restaurant business papers. It's just, invoices for dish towels and plates, and there's, hours for waiters and
Just like on top of the desk.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
kind of piled around. You do not see anything that looks like a ledger, if that's what you're
Okay.
saying. Like you're looking for, sitting on the desk.
Figure I don't have time for a deep dive into this desk right now. So I just wanted to see if I saw anything off the top.
It's like a
I don't
box
know
of cigars. There's a telephone. There's some desk supplies, but there's no computer or anything like
I grab
that.
a stapler.
Yeah,
Good
you grab
thinking.
the stapler.
Is there like a letter opener or anything?
You can retcon one in.
I'm just trying to hand something to Beyond. Like, is there like anything else? Like a
If
like
one
a
of you
whole
wants to
3-hole
spend a point of
punch?
determination, you can like retcon a letter opener in.
That's okay. I'll just
Yeah.
I'll give I'll give a stapler too, because I'm better without weapons.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Thank you very
I'll
much.
give you a stapler. Do we just like, I don't know, do we want to like, is there like a closet or something in here, or like something we can hide behind, and then maybe just like gauge it while we're not in sight? I
Ooh,
don't know.
Okay, here's
I've
what
met
I'm
a lot of
thinking.
superpowered people in the last couple of days, and I feel like that trend's not going to stop anytime soon.
Why don't you hide and I'm gonna risk it?
All right, I guess I'll back up. Where should I go? Like on the desk, or like what? I don't know what else is in this room that could be hidden
Yeah,
behind
is
or
there
in.
any? Do we see anything
Well,
that we can definitely hide behind?
It looks like there's a door that goes into a private bathroom. I'll say there's a bookcase against the wall. I think I said there was bookshelves. Let's say the bookshelf probably sticks out, bookshelf length, not, as a little bit further than a row of books. And you might be able to like worm up against the side of it. There's a big cushy chair in the middle of the room, like 2 of them that are kind of facing each other so that people can sit down and talk.
So just to like get for the room where the elevator is
Yeah.
it like in the center? Is it like fully across the room from where the desk is, or like is it on the side of the room and like the desk is on one side?
Let's say the elevator is like on the side of the room, and the desk is like along like like a short
Okay.
wall.
Can I get to the other side where if Vian stays by the desk, can I be in the other end of the room and hide behind something?
Sure.
So that if someone were to come out and address Vian, their back would be to me?
Yeah, let's say the bathroom door is on that side of the room. So if you want, you can try and hide in the bathroom, or behind the bathroom door.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
the least amount of steps as possible to remove myself from the hiding space would be ideal.
Are there curtains?
Oh, yeah, like in the
no,
windows?
it's Venetian blinds.
Okay, bathroom might have to be it.
All right, I'll just open. Yeah, I'm gonna hide in the bathroom and put my ear up against the door.
Do me a favor, make a coordination roll.
Oh boy,
we stood there for like 7 minutes.
I assume this was just very quickly trying to like rummaging around trying to find something. Oh boy. Oh, nice. God, these coffee dice. 8 again.
Okay.
Door open so that I can see out. But like
you-
lights off, obviously.
Yeah, that's how you're doing it. Door cracked, so you
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And just as you get behind there, the elevator dings and a light goes on, and the little sliding door slides first, and then you can see now Hugo and Daelynn in the elevator, and Hugo pulls back the gate and escorts Daelynn in and says, "All right, now where are?" Oh, and he looks at you. Well, that's pretty bold. Not even going to try and hide, huh?
You caught me red-handed, I have to admit. How's it going?
It's okay. Who are you again?
This is embarrassing. I'm not going to lie to you. This is the first time I've actually been caught. My name is Vian Vigor. I am a mystery writer, and I was doing a little bit of research, and it looks like I might have tripped a wire or something in here. So that's kind of where I am right now.
A mystery writer.
That's right.
Make a willpower roll.
Benny should have been one out for like it's should have been out there.
Ooh, I got a 5.
Well, mystery writer, I have a little mystery of my own, and maybe you can help me solve it. This woman came to my establishment pretending to look for a job, while her friends broke into my office upstairs. If you had a story that had these elements to it, what would your solution to the mystery be? What is it you think that they would be trying to do?
I mean, between you and me, it seems like there would be a third element of some sort of surprise that even you haven't quite considered yet.
Surprise that I haven't considered. Meanwhile,
I'm saying if I was writing one of
Mhm.
my books, of which I have many, and some of them have been turned into movies. Well, at least one was turned into a movie. It's probably what I would do. But
what was it called?
the film that
The movie, yeah.
the movie that The Dark Window.
The Dark Window.
Well,
Haven't seen it.
well,
It
the
didn't
two
do
of
well.
you are horribly distracting each other. I would like to try and investigate where Benny is because Benny is meat, and that's not good. So would like to try to like slowly walk between wherever Hugo is and wherever I think Benny might be, and also look around I'm a general investigation of where Benny is, and I know what the ledger looks like. So do I see it anywhere in the room, or like a briefcase that it might be in, or the like?
All right, we'll get back to that in one moment.
Okay.
There's Caden. The elevator comes back to the first floor. You see it reset to its position. Paul, the doorman, is outside in front of the building right now.
Excuse me? I need the use of your key to get up to the 3rd floor.
You're talking to Paul?
Yes. I'll stick my head outside.
My key? I don't give out my keys. Who are you?
Of course not. I'm Dr. Caden D'Alto.
Doctor.
Yes.
Make a willpower roll.
I'm activating all work, no play. Ten.
What do you have? No, you have 2 there. Okay, so you're down to 1.
Yes, I am.
Don't forget, you still have those 3 points of community determination.
Yes, we have emergency break glass.
Yeah. Oh my God! Did we hit the?
We may yet get there.
We hit the after credits. Oh my God! Thank you so much, everybody. Oh my God! I'm so happy. So, how did you do?
I got a 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like, what is this? Some kind of medical emergency?
Do you understand the necessity of someone with expertise in hematology for this establishment?
I don't know what hematology is, Doc. But if you say so, well, you need the key. Where are you going?
I'm going up to the 3rd floor for the boss.
You know, Hugo.
Yes. Hematology.
You know what? Your success on that was so good. I'm just going to say that he still believes. And he walks you around towards the cage. And he opens it for you, and he says, "All right, is everything okay?"
It is my job to ensure that everything stays okay and that the boss stays happy. Thank you for facilitating that.
No, thank you, Doc. And he closes the door and pulls the lever, and the elevator starts to slowly rise. Now, meanwhile, up in the office, make an intellect roll, Daelynn, for your search.
Okay.
I'm made of meat.
Yeah.
Do your vampire skills help you with locating a person filled with
Yeah,
blood?
like can I smell Benny or something? Like smell the blood?
That is not amongst your power set.
Okay,
Mm.
not mine anyway, but Hugo might be able to.
Maybe
Well,
Hugo, but not
Hugo
you.
doesn't know
Um,
that the one person he's looking at is not made of flesh and blood, so hopefully only smells one living person.
Okay, and this is just 1d6, correct?
Yeah, you're just rolling a d6 plus your intellect.
Woof. That's 5.
Okay, now I want you to roll a d6 plus your coordination to see how stealthy you are.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh. 8.
Okay. Hugo does not seem to pick up on the fact that you are looking around the room. You do not see anything that looks like the ledger anywhere. You have seen it before on previous visits, but it doesn't seem to be out now, if this is in fact where it is.
Okay.
But you also don't see Benny.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But while you are standing there, the sound of the elevator starts moving. And
There's your
sort of
perfect
turns
timing.
to the elevator.
Third
And then he
element.
turns back to Vion and he looks at you and somebody else joining our party, or
Maybe it's Paul. And right now, since she has moved positions, if he's looking back, she's still in the trying to think of a plan to keep everyone alive phase. So she's still pretending like she has no idea what Hugo's talking about. And saving as much face and as deniability as possible. And so is trying to misdirect with maybe Paul caught someone downstairs.
make a willpower roll.
Okay. 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 Wow, I can see why burning through determination in this game is quite easy.
This is
Burn
why
it.
we
You
give
wanna burn
ourselves
it?
trouble.
I kind of do, but I don't know what would apply.
Mm.
Would
Let me see here. What do you got? You have.
I mean, your secret safe might.
Yeah, would
apply
my- yeah,
again.
would-
You're lying up to keep people safe, keeping your secret safe.
Right makes right. What does that mean? What was that again?
you know how the phrase is usually might makes right, and I think that that's bullshit, and right makes right. You don't have to be the most powerful to get what's done. You just have to believe in it.
Oh, help. Caden loves Daelynn.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a quality that seems to apply.
I didn't think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just lying my ass off until I can find Benny.
Yeah, so just make a straight willpower roll.
Okay. 7.
He seems skeptical, an eyebrow raises, and at that moment, the elevator door dings.
That's when I throw my martini in his eyes.
You throw what?
I throw my
Yeah.
martini in his
Martini!
eyes.
You throw his mark. Okay.
Because it could be Paul, but either way, I don't want him to see who. If it's Caden coming up the elevator, I don't know if it is, but if it is Caden, blind the boss, and if it is Paul, blind the boss and try to take out Hugo or Paul. I mean, I don't know. I'm panicking. I still haven't found my human, and I need to because I'm not so worried about Vian, but there is a human in this room, and I've pissed off Hugo. So
maybe what you're trying to do here, and you know, we're still all learning the mechanics, is like you're trying to do a maneuver essentially where you're throw your drink in his eyes and create the quality of blinded
for a moment. Yeah,
literally cannot see. So make a coordination roll.
Okay. Now for this one, can right make right?
I don't see.
Because the right thing to do is to distract and blind this person.
I don't want to get all, you know, judicial here, but like it sort of feels like
I love the law.
Right means right refers to right in a moral sense, as opposed to like in a, you know,
yes, but sometimes doing the wrong thing is actually moral. Getting the result that you want. Yeah.
This is an evildoer.
I consider this a borderline case. If you were a regular, I would probably say no to this. But since you are a guest star, I'm going to let you get away with this. You can spend a point of determination that brings you down to 2. You are invoking.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I will clarify her right. She's dating. She is in an on again, off again sort of long distance relationship with a criminal. Right isn't always what you think is right. Oh, beautiful. Sorry, what was I doing? A coordination roll?
Coordination, yeah.
11.
Okay. That is a major success. So, Hugo, totally distracted by the ringing of the elevator door, does not see you coming. He really does not get a chance to respond at all, and reflexively, he completely fails to respond. And the drink just goes right in his eyes, and it kind of burns his eyes. And he kind of grabs his face. He's like, "Ah, God, ah!"
I would like to do something extremely, extremely bad and not a good idea at all.
You can.
I just threw a martini. Go for it.
Your maneuver is successful. Yeah. You create the condition of blinded with 2 free activates, which anybody can use. Yes. Okay.
I would like to emerge from the bathroom as fast as I can. I would like to put this man in a full body lock from behind and like lean up behind him and say, I would just like you to know that I can light my entire body on fire and you're currently covered in alcohol. I'd suggest you listen to the words we have to say to you right now. And I'm going to hope that he will talk to us, and I would like to hold him as tightly as I can.
Oh my God, that's great. Okay, so that's let me see here. What are the wrestling rules again? Okay, when you want to grab and restrain an opponent, roll a test of prowess against a difficulty of the greater of the target's prowess or coordination. So the greater of the target's prowess or coordination. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so should I use one of the Ep.3 activates here? If he's blinded, is that an effect I can utilize in this to?
I mean, it means that he doesn't see you coming and won't be as able to effectively prepare, so it's certainly rationalized.
Okay. I'm asking the party though. Should I use it or should I leave it for?
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. This might be so bad, you guys.
If you stack enough bad ideas on top of each other,
ideally,
it makes a hat.
If this is successful, Daelynn is going to back up a lot at the word fire.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Some people in this crew have a long tradition of stacking bad ideas on top of each other.
Okay.
Proud tradition.
So this is, prowess, and then is the quality a +2?
Yeah, the quality, if that's what you want to do with it, you can use improved effort for +2, yeah.
Okay. 11?
Okay, that is a major success. It puts the target into a complete hold. You have got him.
I'm trying to also intimidate him as the effect with the words.
Yeah, he's okay, you know what? I'm sorry. I miscalculated that. You have a moderate success. You have a partial hold on him.
Okay.
He can perform actions, but at +2 difficulty, and he cannot get away from you. So you kind of like, you got his arm or something, and he's like kind of wrestling around. You can't see.
The hope is that the words I said will prevent him from attempting to do anything else.
Okay, that is a willpower roll.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh God, not great. 8.
Well, I'll tell you what. Hugo is going to spend a point of his determination to activate his quality of live to fight another day. And he's going to add 2 to his roll. And what that actually does is it brings him up to make your roll a marginal success. brings your roll, essentially brings your success down to a marginal success. So
Not a failure.
yeah, when he hears what you have to say, you definitely spook him a little bit. He's sort of like, tell you what, I'm not very big on fire. And on that, right in your arms, he changes into a shadow.
No.
And
I
the
should have just
shadow-
lit him on fire.
And the shadow slides along the floor just as the elevator door opens on Caden.
No.
Holy smokes. As right as it happens, before we pop over to the dock, I would like to spend a point of determination, Rick, to retcon something.
Sure.
I did not leave the apartment without those 2 smoke bombs and the leather armor.
What quality are you using here?
I would like to I mean, I'm trying to think of exactly how I feel like educated at in the school of pop culture would have taught me that you'd need a thing, but I've also got Spirit of Justice. And that is like, if we're going up against something bad, like I want to make sure that I'm not worried about myself, Rick, but I am worried about the people around me. And so that's why I would be like, I'm taking these defense weapons to make sure that the people are taken care of, that the people I care about are taken care of.
Okay, that's probably close enough for me. Now, the issue here, of course, is that you have no determination right now. So you're going to break the glass and use one of the community points?
Is it okay with everybody?
Go for it.
Okay, great.
I get a say as the guest.
All right, so you're down to 2. Community point of determination, you can put +2 onto that roll. And what were you rolling to do? You were rolling to...
have carried the leather armor and smoke bombs.
Oh,
Right,
right.
this is just
You were retconning a detail.
Yeah, this is a retcon.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You let's say the smoke bombs you brought with you, and I guess maybe you have a backpack or something, or how did you
wear
carry
the armor?
Did you wear the armor? Is that it?
I think I had it on my. I wasn't fully wearing it, but I think I folded it up because it's leather armor, right? So I folded up a little bit and kind of kept it on me.
Okay. Close enough. We'll assume it was awkwardly stuffed down the back,
Yeah, yeah. I rolled it up like a playing mat,
creating an odd hump in your cardigan. And for a point of determination, you definitely remember those things in the
Okay.
spirit of justice.
So the second that I saw this thing turn into a shadow, I would like to toss the leather armor over to Benny.
Yeah, okay, I won't make you roll for that. Benny, you've got the leather armor. Caden, you come out of the elevator and see the 3 of them now, I guess, standing in the room.
Can we point to the shadow that's sliding across the floor?
Yeah, you can try.
All 3 of us.
Right there.
They all
Can I
point. Caden, make a coordination roll.
5.
You don't see anything. You just see
No.
Ugh.
there are just shadows in the room, and this shadow seems to either have disappeared into one of them or gotten away to somewhere. You can't quite tell at this point.
I'm gonna run to the windows, and I'm gonna try to bust the bars.
Oh.
Okay.
I've not done this before, but I know I have pretty incredible strength. I've already had to replace a handful of furniture, hence the sidewalk furniture. And I'm gonna try to pull the bars apart, because if this is going very poorly, and I would like to try to have an escape route.
All right. You go over to the bars at the window. You put your hands on them, and using your vampire strength, you try and see what you can do. Make a strength roll.
Okay. And I'm using my power 1, my super strength. How do I do that?
You roll. Okay, your super strength is level 6.
Yeah.
So you can roll a d6, and then you add 6 to that.
Ooh.
Okay. And then
You want
would she get to add her strength score too?
What?
Would she add her strength score too?
No. In this case, her super strength,
Oh, just super.
I think stands in for her strength or regular strength.
Okay.
You know, actually, I have to look that up in the future, but I'm pretty sure.
10.
10.
It's kind of a low roll.
The bars
Ish.
kind of bend a little bit, but not nearly enough to let a person through. By the way, just so you know, you can always make a determined effort, which is you can spend a point of determination to try again at a task where trying again is actually possible.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can spend a point
Okay.
of determination right now to try bending the bars again. If you had gotten spotted by a guard or something, once you're spotted, you're spotted. You can't try again. You know, like that.
Yeah. I don't know if any of my qualities would go into that though.
Your
How
quality?
how
No,
far
you
did
need a
you
quality for that.
Oh, okay.
Do
Make
it.
a determined effort is just spending a point of determination. But what were you
Got
asking?
it.
I was asking how far she had gotten in terms of progress, because the bending and breaking is strength versus the material score. The like material level. So like, is this with determined effort she's gonna crack it, or assists, or what's up? Like
I
how
can help. Actually, I could try to
Um,
superheat the bars.
she had a what was a minor success, so she's
Got it.
able to bend the bars, but like not far enough because it's minor success should sort of border right on the degree, right on the edge of success and failure. It's even defined as sometimes a minor success might not work. So it's like just enough to bend the bars a little bit. But yeah, also you don't have to have a quality to make a determined effort.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, Dalen's just struggling, but is getting it, but it's taking a little bit longer than she thought. And kind of looks back to see what else everyone's doing. Has Hugo murdered them already behind my back and I just didn't notice?
Yeah. What are the rest of you doing?
not having been pointed to an apparent threat, I'm going to take up a defensive stance. I think this is a defending action, because
The only action you take on your panel is to defend yourself. You get a +2 bonus.
I don't
on all tests.
have anything to attack.
Yeah, it has gone very quiet in there. You get into a defensive posture, but nothing really seems to be happening at this point. Vion, Benny, what are you up to?
Vian, are you good at investigating stuff like that? Like that's your thing.
This is what I do.
Do you want to look through the desk really quick?
Let's
And I'm gonna
do
try
it.
to help. I'll try to help.
Great. Great.
Yeah, let's rifle.
I'm guessing no one found the ledger.
Not
We had
yet,
about
but
30
don't wor-
seconds.
Yeah, we got.
Also,
you got the
you
best
light
team in the
yourself
city on
on
this.
fire?
Vion, make an
Yeah.
intellect roll. Oh, sorry.
Just say, yeah, it's kind of freaky, and she's gonna come over and try to help you. I'll let Vian do your
Oh,
rifle
great.
first before I come help.
Okay, so that's intellect, Rick.
Yeah, intellect roll.
And then I'm also going to throw on investigator on top of that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, top of the dice. That's going to be a total of 12, Rick.
12. So that is a
This is what I
major
do.
success. You find there's a whole bunch of stuff in the desk drawer. There are all kinds of papers. You sort of rifle through them, and you can see a lot of business stuff, receipts, payments, things like that. And amongst those receipts, you find a receipt for a very expensive wall safe, $25,000.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, I hope I get to take a crack at that vault later. Okay, I hold this. I show it to Benny.
So which
Hi.
thing am I looking at?
There's a vault in here somewhere that we need to find.
Really?
That's more okay. Do we forget about the wait? Okay, what's our order of operations? We want to find that first, or do you want to try to find that while I try to superheat these bars so we have an escape route just in case?
I mean, if you want to go ahead and superheat the bars, I can start look. Oh,
Yeah, I feel like you'll
you
be
know
better
what?
at rifling than me. Then I can try to get us into the safe.
I mean, I think I can rifle a little bit.
'Kay.
Rick, earlier you said I could put my hands just like sorting through all the bricks and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I couldn't get out because there was like a stone facade.
Right.
Okay, I would like to turn into a ghost, and I would like to just run my hand through the walls and just check the
Metal.
perimeter.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
big brain.
Everyone says
yeah.
that out loud.
Yes.
Okay, let's do this. Yeah, your power just works. I'll tell you what, make an investigation roll.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, that's going to be a total of 10.
Okay, so you are walking around very carefully, feeling up and down the walls. While you are doing that, Caden, you are still just standing on guard?
Yeah, I can assume that I've sort of readied an action. If we'd like, I understand the stakes of the combat.
While Vion is searching around and Benny I assume is like walking around and Daelynn, are you still working on the bars or?
Yeah, I'm over with Daelynn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Benny-
my attempt. I want to try to do my couple of flicks and try to light my hands on fire to see if it actually happens. And then I want to try to actually before they do that, I want to take my jacket off and hand it to Daelynn and be like, "You're not good with fire. All of my clothes are kind of fireproof now. Maybe put that on." And then I'm gonna try to light my hands on fire.
Thanks. She kind of wraps them around her hands. So like little cuffs.
Oh, yeah.
And she just kind of smiles at you, and then like licks a fang and gets ready to pull again.
Yeah. So I do a couple of like lighter starter, and then her hands start on fire. And when she starts on fire, she gets like, you can see all of the veins in her arms because they start to like glow. And so she gets down near the base of the bars and is going to try to like squeeze as hard as she can and try to like force all of the heat through her palms and see if she can attempt to start heating these bars up enough to move more. And that's the attempt we're going to make while Viana was doing the desk probably, and then moving on to the thing later, the walls.
So you're gonna use the heat from your hands to try and see if you can soften the bars, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start there. Make a power roll.
Okay.
Roll your power against the bars.
Okay. So that's now we're 4, right? Because it's level 4. So I just roll +4. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
The whole time Daelynn was because Daelynn now watches veins and studies them. They're sort of an annoying part of every moment of her thoughts. She's just sort of thinking, wow, are your veins full of lava? That's neat.
Do you say that out loud?
She sort of whispers that to herself as you're working.
She's kind of like, I don't know, I try not to do it very often. It kind of freaks me out. And she's kind of trying to help to pull down there. But I rolled a 5. I rolled a 1. So.
Yeah, no, the heat's not going to do anything to the bars. And while you're both working on that, Caden, you're sort of watching them work on the bars, and out of the corner of your eye, you spot a shadow start to grow along the wall, and Hugo rematerializes behind you, kind of in a corner, and he doesn't seem to be trying to hide. He just kind of rematerializes, and he looks at you, and he's like, and he says, well, I've never been much about direct confrontation. And he sort of slides along the wall towards the elevator door. And
I would like to apply my stake to his chest at the soonest possible opportunity.
You're going to try and stake him?
Yes.
Okay. Roll for initiative.
Of course.
Oh my god.
That's 5 on the dice, so that's 9.
Okay, you go first.
Yes.
Are the rest of you getting in on this? Because if you were all part of this fight, you all need to roll for initiative. But
I mean, if combat breaks out, probably gonna help.
all right, so just roll for initiative, everybody, just in case.
Okay, just to have it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sam, you had a 9, you said?
Yes, I feel like I was very clear in my
Ooh.
intent this whole time. Evildoer, destroy.
How does one roll for initiative in this?
Plus
Die
Coordination.
plus coordination.
Plus determination, what you currently have.
Coordination.
Oh, coordination.
Sorry,
Yeah,
all the
it's
spoke at
dex
once.
I also got a
Okay.
9, Rick.
I got a 5.
You got a what? 5? And you got a
5.
6. Okay, so I think prowess
I'm a
settles
crap
the
vampire.
tie. I think. For now, we'll just say prowess settles the tie. Who's got the higher prowess between Caden and Vion? It's
I've got a 4.
Caden.
Caden.
I
All
have
right,
a
so
5.
Caden, you go first. Vion, you go second. Then Hugo. Then Benny. Then Daelynn.
Okay.
I stake.
Okay.
Which is to say, in this case, a fencer's lunge.
A fencer's lunge. Okay.
Yeah.
You're attacking with a weapon, so your specialty applies. Roll prowess.
Yes, I'm going to activate the quality of blinded from him,
Okay.
and I'm
That's the second free activate, right? So that's
Correct.
all. Okay.
yes, and I'm going to activate my final determination, for I uphold my oath.
Oh wow. So you're spending both of them. No, you only have one
I
determination.
have one determination, but it's a free activate on blinded.
Oh, you're right. You're right. No,
Determination.
sorry, my bad. My bad. All right. So now you are now also down to 0.
Mhm.
So that gives you. So how are you spending those? You're just both on plus 2s.
Let's see. All I know is he is a very powerful super vamp. So, in fact, I think yes, because I can't spend it on additional damage because that's a function of the material with a weapon attack.
I think that's right. I think you can buttress your own strength by raising it by 1. But I don't
Right.
think you can raise a weapon attack.
I
So
cannot,
yeah,
so far as
go
I know.
for it.
So yes, everything should go into the 2 hit, I believe. And I think if you try to stake someone, you probably should succeed. Like, that feels like a thing that you want to do successfully. All right, so that's a total of 10 plus d6, which is a 5. Wow, baby. I gotta take you out to dinner. You have been so good to me. My, pink dice have been nice to me all week. I think it's because they match.
So that's a total of
15.
15.
I think that's
Okay.
our highest roll yet.
So that makes okay. So Hugo is
Super
going
vamp. Yo, we don't
Hugo.
even know. This could be like moderate.
All right, you get a point of determination because Hugo is spending 1 to activate his quality of live to fight another day.
Mhm.
By the way, somebody else got a point of determination from that before, right? When he activated his quality.
Benny did, I believe.
Benny
Oh,
did.
I get
Yeah.
determination from that?
Yes.
Apparently.
When I spend, the GM spends determination for a character, the affected character receives the determination.
Fun.
So that activates a +2 for that. And he's going to spend another point of determination to activate his quality of smooth operator, which he's going to use to try and all right, maybe that doesn't apply. Let's see, what other qualities does he have that could apply? No, that might be it. That might be the only thing applies. So that means he can bring his thing up to 11. That makes a major success. The effort succeeds significantly. You hit Hugo Hill with a stake right to the chest, and the second it hits him, he just kind of like falls back a little bit, and he grabs the stake at the end and he pulls it out, and he puts his hand on his chest, and he's like, "Oh God damn it!" And he disintegrates into shadow again. And you see the shadow slide along the floor and mix into a shadow on the wall, and suddenly you can't see it. But Hang on. You did some damage to Hugo, and I got to calculate how much damage you did. You rolled a 15, right? What's the damage on your weapon?
Wood stake, I believe wood as a material is 4 damage.
Is 4 damage.
Yeah.
You get it all, so you.
Do you add your strength to damage?
Not for weapon attacks. That was
Oh,
what
that's
we
right.
were.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, so you did 4 damage to Hugo because he's got no resistance or armor.
Yeah.
And now he has disappeared into shadow again.
Holy hell!
I picked myself up.
Meanwhile, Vion, you have been around all of the walls.
Mm-hmm.
You have not found the safe.
That was so crafty.
Well, it's good. It's better to know. I turn to, honestly, I mean, I technically turn to the group, but really I feel like I'm delivering this information to Benny because we've got sort of like a Hardy Boys thing going on. And there's no safe in this room, not in the walls.
Not in the-
Do I know of any other place that he might have put?
Tell you
his safe?
what, make an intellect roll.
We can also use points of determination for insight.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
I'd
right.
love to do that.
What quality?
Oh.
Keep it secret. Keep it.
It's a secret about a safe. Do you know the safe secret?
Do I know the safe secret?
Hashtag Sam puns quality.
Basically, I've seen the ledger before. So, which room was that? Because if he had the ledger in the room that I was in, maybe it's not at the business, it's where that was.
I will say that you saw it probably in here in this office.
Okay.
But you don't have a quality that seems to apply unless I'm missing something.
Is the floor wooden?
Yeah, I was gonna say, could it be
hardwood.
floor?
Yeah. Could there be floorboards that are like? Is it like floorboards or like that could be lift upable, or is it like? I don't know what other types of wood floors there are.
Benny, you interesting. Okay.
Hands are on fire up here. Huh?
Okay, so the floor is wood, and I also just had a thought, and I'm gonna search the floors with I'm just gonna try to reach in and search the floors in a second. But before I do that, I want to point at the bathroom.
You point at the bathroom.
Yeah,
I go that way.
it might be in there.
Oh, okay. That's okay. That's true. Are we abandoning Operation Window here? Just
Go for it. I give you the look of like, it's okay.
Okay.
And then kind of let you go look for the thing that will save me.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and see if there's a safe in there. Also, with my hands are glowy, is this part of the room dark? And if my hands are on fire, does it illuminate the room any better?
With your hand on fire, it definitely would illuminate dark parts of the room that you go.
Are there any shadows out of place in this room?
I'll tell you what. Let me see.
Good thinking.
Is a shadow flammable? Should we
As,
find out
as you
today?
walk towards the bathroom, and you're sort of waving your hands over the walls and the floor as you move, you light up a patch of the wall,
Oh
and
no.
part of the shadow is just man-shaped.
Ah.
Appears, and as you do that, Hugo recorporealizes, and
Can I react?
Yeah.
Can I grab him with my fire hands?
Oh,
Yeah.
I just want to grab him by the shoulders or something.
what does he think he's doing?
Okay, make
Question-
a wrestling roll again, a grapple roll.
Question about his shadowness. If
Yeah.
he's recorporealizing, is he recorporealizing with Martini on him?
No. At this point,
Oh.
the blindness
Okay.
is worn off. Both of the activates have been lost, and it's been long enough. He's
Got
cleared.
it. I don't mean with the blindness. I just mean with the fact that he has flammable liquid on him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just like the fact that it's there.
Yeah, I mean, it would still be on whatever got on him would still be on his clothes or whatever. I mean, I don't know how much that would
I
be.
would like to
Cool.
utilize that if at all possible. I know it wouldn't do anything for my role, but
Yeah. Okay. So again, it's wrestling, which I think we said was you want to roll your prowess against the greater of Hugo's prowess or coordination. Um,
can I use my kickboxing specialty for this? Because it's a hand-to-hand combat.
no, because it's wrestling, which is different than
So wrestling is different than kick. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, kickboxing's a striker's art, not a grappler's art.
That's true. That is true.
But I will say is I will pass you a point of determination, and I'm going to play Hugo's injury as a temporary quality that creates a trouble for him.
Oh, okay.
So
So
you
I get
a
a determination.
determination,
Wow.
and Hugo is going to add +2 to his roll.
Okay, well, I would also like to spend that one he just gave me because he got away from me once, and I would like to activate Stubborn as a Mule to get a bonus 2 here. Because I want to, he got away from me, so I want to not, I want to grab him.
All right, roll your prowess.
Okay. God, I'm rolling so bad now. 7. Roll a 1 again.
You've got a partial hold on him again.
And he's on fire now, probably. My hands are on fire.
Yeah, your hands are on fire.
I never tapped that out.
Tell you what, make a power roll.
Oh, shit.
I want to see
Red
the
die.
power roll to see if you can catch the the part of
Okay.
him that's soaked in alcohol.
Spread that flame down. I love the oh, there you are. Ha! God, oh my God, 5. That's the third one I've rolled in a row.
5. No, you kind of can't seem to get it to catch. You are doing damage to him,
Okay, my hands are still on fire grabbing him, so at least
yeah.
there's that. That's all. That's fine.
I think your fire grab inflicts damage that's the level of your power, right? So you got
Probably.
another 3 stamina off of him, and you have a partial hold on him.
Okay.
What are you doing, Caden?
Well, I mean, I think we might need to. Daelynn hasn't. I don't want to.
Daelynn, what are you doing? Oh, you're working on the window.
I'm working on the window.
Okay. Make another strength roll.
Okay. 9. That's the highest I can roll on that.
That is
right
the
now.
highest you can roll on that.
Yeah. I don't have determination for. Oh, right. No. Just kidding. I'm using my super strength. Haha. Just kidding. That's 12.
That's 12. Okay, so if that is a 12, then that is a major success. And the bars finally start to bend.
They're a little warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help though.
I don't want you to feel like you didn't help by not really heating them up that much. So it's
She
sort of
doesn't know
more
how
of
to
a. It's like a. I want to make sure Betty knows that they did what they could and pull as hard as I can and get them open because again there are too many people with, I guess, spicy blood, and I don't know what kind of blood Caden has, and I assume Vian doesn't have any blood that is edible. So, want to make sure there's an escape route.
Yeah, maybe the fleshy one shouldn't be up first one.
You've got
combat,
but then we probably hear the commotion in the bathroom, and it's like, ha!
Yeah, Hugo's trying to pull away from you. You've got him by the arm. What are you doing, Caden?
He pulled my stake out and threw it down.
Yeah.
Which it's just such from what I understand, you are not supposed to give back a gift. I would like to reintroduce him to it so that maybe this time the stake sticks.
Well, picking up the stake is a free move. You snatch it up off the ground and make a prowess roll. Your weapon specialty applies again, of course.
I will. And he gave me a point of determination.
Yes. It's the weirdest white elephant gift exchange.
And you still have
We got the same gift back.
I still have what? I'm sorry?
2 community points of determination.
Yes, we do. So, yes, I will spend that for the +2. Activating once again, I uphold my oath because he continues to be an evildoer. And I didn't use my pink die like a dummy, and every time I don't use my pink die, it's a mistake. This has been a thing. That's a 2 on the dice plus 8, so 10.
All right, you're actually fairly lucky here. It's a Hugo did not do well himself. So
He's
you
also
have,
kind of distracted.
yeah, you have a minor success.
That's
And
enough for 4 points of
you
damage.
hit him in the shoulder. You do 3
I
points
do
of
4
damage.
points of damage.
4 points of damage. You hit him in the shoulder, and as that happens, he just screams, and just overcome by the pain, he falls to the floor and he passes out.
Cool. Nice one.
You too.
I would like to rush to the doorway holding out the stapler.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you rush on into the doorway holding the stapler. You see Hugo laying on the floor, Benny and Caden standing over him.
I'll rush up behind him as well and just.
Oh, hi.
Hmm.
The stake
Good, I
thing
think.
does work.
It just took a couple tries.
I'll write
Well,
it on the list.
all right.
Yeah.
Did you find the letter?
Is he dead? I
Um,
don't.
Leon,
Was he
while
already
you-
dead?
I meant.
after
destroyed?
Benny had, oh sorry,
Go ahead.
after Benny had suggested the floor,
Yep.
being wood, we'll say that you searched the floor. I gotta
Yes.
move things along a tiny bit, but and you did find the safe under the rug. It is a floor safe, and it is set into the wood around it, and into the floor, but it is locked up, and it is a very expensive safe.
Okay. Well, I found the safe. That's the good news. Bad news is I haven't quite gotten it open yet, but I feel like if we work together, with my great prowess, my ability to investigate, my experience with locking, pick locking. Oh, also, Benny, you got fire hands. You could
Firearm
probably
hands.
just punch right through it. Okay.
Well, I'm not that strong, but we can try. What kind of safe is it?
Well,
Uh,
if you heat and I punch,
Yeah. You want to pry it open? We'll try the window thing, but better, hopefully.
huh.
You want to, I don't know if I could heat it up and then pry it open.
Yeah,
Caden,
Caden.
are you saying something?
As the discussion happens, may I move over and attempt a complex action of the nature we have in fact discussed as a trial?
Yeah.
Wait,
let's do
what?
Cadence powers over harmonic resonance can do a lot of weird things, and the way we're going to do this is we're going to set like an outcome table, where Caden can roll, and if they succeed, they accomplish this complex task using harmonic resonance.
Wow.
With perhaps some sort of penalty or bonus. You'll see how it works. Caden, why don't you make the roll?
So Caden puts their hand onto the door of the floor safe and is going to be vibrating it until the tumblers fall. Hopefully, so you get it. So the tumblers fall in place by just doing it.
Yeah, cool.
But I also do have to use the uh-oh die for this.
Good.
We're going to say this is a fairly complex task. It's a $25,000 safe. We're going to say it's probably pretty difficult to crack. So we're going to say it would take an exceptional human to crack this. So we're going to say the safe is a level 5.
Okay, understood. The uh-oh die is going to be okay.
Oh,
So let's see about the success. And that's a 3 on the die plus 5 is 8.
All right. I rolled a 1, so I rolled a 6. That gives you a moderate success, which means
I will
that-
take the stamina.
Yeah, you lose a point of stamina because this takes a tremendous amount of mental effort as you vibrate the safe. And the three of you are talking, arguing over how to operate this thing, and then you hear this like humming sound, and you look down on the floor, and Caden is just got their finger on the safe, and it's starting to shake and vibrate, and then suddenly you hear like click, 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 and the lock just pops open, and Caden seems a little tired out from that.
Oh, you good? You good, buddy?
Orthostatic hypotension is the word for when you stand up too quickly and your blood pressure drops. It can happen sitting down.
Good
I know
stuff.
that.
They just sit back.
Oh,
at
I'm
that.
gonna hands out. We don't need these anymore.
Can I have tried to really quickly roll Hugo's chair under Caden? Because
Oh,
trust
that's
me, I
nice.
know that sort of equilibrium shift every time Hugo
Yeah,
made a command,
what-
so I know what that feels like.
I'm just gonna say you do that.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
It rolls back. I get caught in the sit and just to steady myself, grab the arm behind me.
It's got this nice like Clark Gable moment kind of thing where you fall and then she slides the chair under and falls back in the catching.
Thank you.
I should be saying thank you. Can I, is it in there?
Take a look.
I'll really run. I run to open the safe.
You pop the safe open, and inside you find the ledger that you have seen before. And you pick it up and you flip through the pages. And, you actually have expertise, actually mastery. Expertise in business, right?
And law. In law.
Right,
and
business
business.
law. I'll tell you what. Make an intellect roll and apply both of those.
Okay.
That's +1 for business, +2 for law.
Oh, shit. 13.
Okay, you easily are able to read through this, and you can see all these illegal payments coming to Hugo, and payments he's making. He's making a fortune of payments to someone or something called Cluster. That doesn't mean anything to you or to any of you, but the name appears in the book over and over again. But the bottom line is Hugo seems to, he needs a tremendous amount of money, and he burns through a tremendous amount of money. And as you are looking at that, he starts to wake up on the floor.
Can I put my foot in the center of his chest and
Yeah.
keep him back down?
You do.
No.
He's too weak to fight you.
I start walking over to him while out loud labeling every crime and like everything I know that is illegal, while building my case, while slowly walking towards him. And I kneel down and I say, I'm holding your grave. You, as an immortal being, are going to rot in jail for the rest of your miserable unlife.
Whoa. Make a willpower roll.
Can I be spooky, scary, holding him down, give an assist on the scare factor here?
I would normally let you, but we got to get through this. I got a
That's
few more
fair.
minutes. But
Okay.
normally, yes, that would be great.
And can I burn my determination for right is right? Right makes right.
That's what this is for. Yeah.
Yes.
12.
And Hugo just looks at you and he's like, all right, what do you want?
What do you think I want? You're smarter than that.
You want to give up all the gifts I have given you. Well, all right. And he reaches
When he
up.
says gift, I do step on him a little bit harder.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank
He
you
feels
on
that-
behalf of all of us.
He reaches up and he touches your forehead and he closes his eyes for a moment, and you can sort of feel your vampire strength drain from you, and the fangs kind of start to itch a little bit as they slowly start to recede back into the gum. And well, there you go. Can I have my ledger back now?
Steps back. There's a lot more like me, aren't there?
Daelynn, we had a deal. Give me the ledger.
I
There
didn't
was
make
no
a deal. I made a threat and I intend to keep my word. You're scum, Hugo. And I intend to keep my city safe from your disgusting fingers.
And his head just falls back. He's just completely exhausted. So what is your plan here? You're gonna turn him over.
I'm going to turn this in.
So
I
how are
have
you,
a lot of friends in very particular legal places.
Do you have police friends?
Not police friends. I have lawyer friends.
Lawyer friends. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's say
That's RICO cases. Those are. We love that.
um
My old law firm was a defense lawyer, so will know. I wasn't a lawyer myself, but I know enough.
just so I can wrap this up, I'm gonna say you contact some of your people, and the police take Hugo into custody. He's not eager to tell them he's a vampire, of course. And the four of you head back to Vion's apartment in Baronsdale, where you enter Vion's apartment and find sitting on the couch Bella, who turns to see the four of you walk in, and sees you. Daelynn?
Hi.
So, what happened?
It's over.
What do you mean it's over? Like, we don't need the money anymore?
No, and you should really quit working for Mikey. Like right now.
And she kind of stands up and takes a step towards you, and she's like, so we can see each other again. Like, for real?
I need to tell you something. Because you know when we first met and you could tell everything about my past? And you accepted me fully?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not so sure you're gonna be able to do that this time.
You want to just tell me, or?
Yeah, I kind of don't want you to see. And then I kind of excuse myself from the group and take Bella into my bedroom to sort of explain. Sorry. I then excuse. I gesture like, can I take him? I'll take Bella out into the hallway and just sort of.
Oh, you can talk in the bedroom. It's totally fine. We can step out.
Okay. Yeah. I don't want to make you leave your apartment. You guys did so much for me, and but yeah, I'll go outside and tell Bella what happened, but I don't let her do her power on me.
Okay.
Because I don't want her to watch it.
Caden takes up a spot at the window very quickly, just so there's someone in eyeline, just in case.
And Caden, you watch, and you can't hear any of the dialogue. You see them talking, and it looks emotional, and Daelynn is pouring her heart out, and Bella sort of confused, angry, and kind of shrugs and folds her arms and shakes her head a little bit, and kind of takes a couple of steps away down the sidewalk, and then sort of turns back and walks to Daelynn and gives her a big hug and kisses her cheek, and then turns and walks away down the sidewalk and leaves Daelynn there. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. She walks back up the stairs and comes inside. I almost forgot something.
Oh.
Leaving Daelynn out on the sidewalk. Or that's where you went, right outside. And comes back in, and look, no matter how it turned out, a deal is a deal. John Doe, this guy you're looking for, his name is Curtis Haber. He's a low-level enforcer for Mickey. A lifetimer, real, piece of work. Haber was supposed to deliver a truck to one of Mickey's warehouse. That truck that you all saw in that video you watched. But Haber never showed, and the truck has gone missing, and now Mickey wants it. I don't know what was in it, and I don't know why he wants it. And frankly, I don't think I care anymore. I think that squares us, right?
Thank you for upholding your oath.
Curtis lives in the vault. If you don't know, that's a super rough area over in East Baronsdale. She grabs a pen and scribbles his address out on a pad, and then she walks back out. She walks down the stairs at the apartment. She stops in front of Daelynn. She turns to Daelynn. Come on, let's go home.
I grab her hand.
And she takes yours, and the two of you walk down the sidewalk together. And on that, I'm going to say we cut to black. And, oh my God, thank you so much, Gina.
Thank you, Gina. So spooky for the season.
Sharing my soullessness.
You have such a good soul. I like it.
Yeah.
It stays where it is.
That was incredible different from what I thought was going to happen, but
Likewise.
Yeah.
Very, very likewise.
in the best way, though.
I will say, just as a small thing, my post-credit scene, before we get to your post-credit scene, I did leave you all a note with, because I knew that I was going to be a bit, after talking to Bella, you know, that's kind of an emotional heft and was going to leave you all. But you just get a sort of a very very grateful note because you didn't have to help her. And I know it was only 20% blackmail, but she's grateful for the other 80%.
In exchange, you get a food delivery to your house of the rice.
Oh, so good. So good.
All right, so everyone stick around. We're going to do the post-credits after the credits. So let's do the credits. Let the good people know where they can find you, starting with our special guest, Gina DeVivo.
Hi, I've been Gina DeVivo and playing your resident vampire, Daelynn Prowley. I'm really happy to have been here. You can find me online at Pocket Gina, and I do a lot of streams and a lot of podcasts, so just check it out. I'll usually post when I'm on something, so just you can keep track of when I'm popping in and out of things on there. And yeah, that's me. I do a lot of stuff around here.
Caitlin Bruder.
Hi, I'm Caleb Bruder. I do a handful of things across the internet. You can find me on Wednesdays at Rule of Lore, the Twitch channel that I am a part of. We are coming back for season 2 of our sci-fi game Infinite Horizon on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. There is a recap that went up a week or two ago that you can watch all of season 1 condensed into like 10-15 minutes or so you can jump in with us. I play a very different character. She's an alien named Bina Oba, and I'm very excited to be here again. So you should tune in and check that out if you like superpowers and the cipher system and space. It's all cool. We just finished a Tales from the Loop show that I got to GM on the same channel. There are 4 episodes, and all of them are available on YouTube. You can check that out. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter at KKAMABR. It's not a word. Don't try to say it. And you can see all the other things that I'm up to. That's what I'm about.
Omar and John.
Hey everyone. Right now I'm running a fun free art festival at 13days13shorts.com where people are just making Halloween themed things. Folks are doing like making music and fake album covers. We've got a wonderful person and a good friend of mine who is doing like yoga poses and like tarot information and readings. So please check that out at 13days13shorts.com. And also, I recorded a Halloween haunted house RPG thing that's going to go up on Halloween itself with some familiar faces. So if you want to find out when that is going live, just hit me up on Twitter at Omer Najam.
And
last, but of course not least, Sam DeLive.
Sam DeLive, you can find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, ChaikovSky. I am a role-playing performer and video game streamer throughout the Twitchernet. So if you want to find the various places where I professionally adore Gina DeVivo, you can catch my whole schedule and virtually all of the various times when I do that publicly from the internet void on the about page of my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Delevely, DELEVEELY. Gina's the best.
Love you.
Gina is the best. I'm Rick Bud. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at rbud913, or you can follow the show at Powerplay RPG. Feel free to hit me up with questions about rules or continuity or story stuff or whatever. Like, seriously, come at me. It's like, you know. And
Everyone has been live tweeting. It's been really fun to see everyone talking about the show.
God, yeah, honestly, we love your reactions, and I'm so grateful you unlocked the after credit sequence again. You've been so good to us this season, and we are really incredibly grateful. And next week, B Zelda is back. We will find out what Ulez was doing with Sandy the landlord, and that's it.
Making a grappling hook.
Well, perhaps. And with that, the credits come to an end, and the picture comes back up, and it is evening, and we are outside of a fire station in Baronsdale. A sign over the open garage door says Ladder Company 6 of Yard Hill. A burly, mustachioed old firefighter with a stopwatch and a clipboard stands before a row of about 15 rookies who are all in full gear. They're wearing the coats and the helmets and everything. And the old firefighter says, "Hey, 45 seconds," and he clicks the watch. A few more like that, and we can call it a night. And the recruits seem pretty pleased with themselves. And he grabs his pen and he goes to write something on his clipboard, but his pen doesn't work. So he says, "I'll be right back." And we follow him in real time as he walks into the garage, through a door, into a desk, and he picks a pen off the desk and he turns around and he heads back through the door. And as soon as he gets into the garage, his expression changes to shock and his face goes pale. The rookies who he left just seconds ago are all now tearing each other apart. Every single one of them frenzied, raging, biting, clawing, wailing on each other with bloody bare fists as if their lives depended on it. It is absolutely vicious and animalistic. And the old firefighter just stands there frozen, mouth gaping, baffled and terrified by the bizarreness of what he is seeing. And on that, we'll see you next week. Good night.